I really liked that.
Jared, did you just turn off content sharing again?
No. Did you do something?
It wasn't me.
I deactivated a character because I made a character. That's deactivated characters. Enable content sharing. Why is that off? Okay, so if I deactivate a character, it apparently is disabling content sharing on the same button. That's kind of fucked.
That makes sense
Did
to me.
that undo anything? Well, it shouldn't. It should just deactivate a single character. It shouldn't disable
but
all
if
the
that
content
character
I'm sharing.
belongs, if that character belongs to somebody else, then they are now out of the campaign, and they should lose access to the books. Is their idea?
Yeah,
the
but
easiest way to take access away from everybody.
no, that doesn't make any sense. You're wrong.
It does
You're
from a physical perspective.
wildly incorrect. No, absolutely not. It doesn't make any sense to disable content sharing on a bunch of enabled characters in a campaign by just deactivating one character. That doesn't make any sense. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Don't argue with me on this because you're wrong. Oh, hi, internet. I'm sassy today.
This is fantastic. Today is the day one of us dies.
Right?
I'm just kidding. But no, it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any. I'm sorry. That's bad code.
Yes,
if you ask me. It's not
really
sensible. Just bad code. Well, anyways, so
wait, how many? Hang on. Can I ask a question? How many second level spells do I get at level 3?
That should be based upon. So if you actually go to character edit and then go over to class and go under spells, you can add or edit spells. If you do it that way, it'll show you a list of how many you get and what you could choose from.
She's right.
Okay, because if I do it from my character sheet, I can just like add infinite spells.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So what you do?
I mean,
is
yeah, if you do custom,
you could still add infinite spells like beyond your cap, but it'll at least tell you how many you're supposed to have.
You don't have a spell book though, right? So if you just want to know how many you're supposed to have, the druid. Talking to Taliesin, you don't have a spell book though. If you just go look at your character sheet, I'll even put the class. It's on the table for the class. At the 3rd level, you have 2 known cantrips, 4 first level spells, and 2 second level spells.
Okay.
And that
is not what that means.
Spell slots. Spell slots.
Yes.
Right.
He's
right.
Don't you slut shame him.
God, I'm trying to just get over to the stupid Dungeons & Dragons chat and paste this link. Yes, I meant to say spell slots. So if you go to your druid class, those are your spell slots. Your spells. If you scroll down farther than that. At your first level, you know 2 cantrips of your choice from the druid spell list. You learn additional cantrips at higher levels. You don't get to undo these things like a wizard does. So those are your cantrips. Those are the cantrips.
Forever.
And then it even gives the example. If you're a 3rd level druid, you have 4 first level and 2 second level spell slots. Your list of prepared spells can include 6 spells of 1st or 2nd level in any combination. So that's your number of spells. 6. That should be 6. So if I go to Taliesin's character sheet,
it is 6.
Manage. If I go to Taliesin's character sheet and I go to manage, it tells you the spell slots right there. Your prepared known spells. It tells you how many prepared spells. 5 out of 6.
Yes, I found it. I figured it out.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
Okay. And then do I have to save this or just go to my character? I guess I just go to my character sheet and it should be good.
Yeah.
Spells.
So,
I don't understand
but then
why.
What?
Weird. Maybe because my Ice Knife, Healing Word, and Thunder Wave all level up at the 2nd level.
The reason you have them listed there is you can cast them as a 2nd level spell.
Okay. That's what. Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, but if you look,
because they're all more powerful as a second level spell, so that makes sense.
Yep.
Previous versions of D&D had cure minor wounds, cure light wounds, cure moderate wounds, cure serious wounds. Now I just cast cure wounds at second level.
Good.
It's simpler that way in some ways.
But then you still only have 2 second level spell slots, so you can only do those second level spells 2 times per long rest.
Right. Okay. I understand now. I'm just making sure I had the right understanding of the deal.
I love it. All right. Does anybody want to attempt to recap last session for us?
Somebody else besides me.
I'm still waiting for my Evernote to load.
Evernote. Nobody?
Like I said last week, I failed at taking notes myself, so I don't exactly remember what all occurred.
Well, I feel like it's always me and Sparkle Gem.
Well, she says she doesn't remember. His notes are loading. I mean, maybe Pierre is gonna. Actually, you were here the whole session. I don't think you've done the recap for us, Pierre. So why don't we do that?
I tried once, but I was really drunk. So
it was great though.
Let's see. Okay, so my laptop, as good as it used to be, is now kind of starting to fall apart. So give me a moment here. Because I remember we managed to get that chest out of the cave.
Mm-hmm.
And we found Droop, the friendly goblin that's surprisingly intelligent, who was scared to hang out. What just disconnected?
That was from me.
Oh, okay.
Somebody have their Roll20 sound on and in Discord. Anybody?
Godwald has his mic on in Roll20.
I'm getting that echo. Godwald can't
My
hear.
headset. But I don't know if maybe
he's muted himself in Discord. All right. Anyways, P-Bear, please continue.
Yeah, so we found Droop, and he's hanging out with us, and we nearly got into a fight with an innkeep because they don't like goblins, and fuck them. We managed to get that chest open, and there was quite a bit of treasures inside, which Jerk kind of grabbed some nice ones and trotted off to the mining guild. Come on, Evernote. And I was really excited about that. I want to see how this conversation goes.
Oh yeah, that's where we left it.
I'm probably gonna roll horribly and get turned down again.
And that's the wrong campaign.
All right. Yeah, so you guys went. This is like a quick note because I think catching up Jerk to where he's about to be, because this is where we pause. Roll here is good. You guys went under Tresner Manor. You met the creature who lived under the manor in that crevasse. You started a fight with some baddies. The fight resolved. You all had an uneasy feeling for a while. You grabbed a chest and you got out of dodge.
There was a mouse that kind of poofed away.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm sorry, like a lot of it is coming together for me because my notes aren't exactly. But was last session the same time when we ran into Flagstaff and me and Taliesin tried to chase him down and got our asses beat pretty thoroughly. We kind of walked back into town like, yeah, sorry guys.
It was a little uneven at the moment.
We got hurt.
Oh, you guys did get hit a bunch too. You were like the only targets.
Yeah, I remember that part. And then at the end, Taliesin was going to take the goblin and go find somewhere to rest.
They found stables that they had laid down in.
Yeah, I went to the stables up at the first dude that we met in town, Barthen. I went up to Barthen's stables and we successfully snuck in and we went to sleep.
Yep. All right.
So
they
I'm
went to bed. I think the rest of you guys were gonna go for a rest and like hang out, but then Jerk had this bag of gems. Do we remember how much was in the bag of gems? It's probably scroll.
I have that written down somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
That's a sticky note on my main computer.
Godwald posted it in the Roll20 chat. It was 5 carnelians, 2 paradots, and 1 pearl. Carnelians estimated at 10 gold, paradots at 15, a pearl at 100. And so Drake took this bag to went back to go to the miners' exchange, where people exchange this kind of thing.
Yep.
And where I tagged along to make sure he doesn't give them all away like an idiot.
Okay.
Something like that.
So we have Sparkle Gem and Jerk have come to the miners' exchange. Droop and Taliesin. Taliesin took Droop, I should say, to go find a place to sleep at the stables. Godwald and Pubert went home to Mama Piterpop.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yep. Because I was excitedly telling her about the adventures, and she was kind of nodding and smiling.
Yeah, all right.
Don't we we've got someone else tagging along with us too? Because I remember
the elf we found in the pub.
Yeah, you guys talked to Darren Edermath at the inn when you kind of came back and told the story about the Red Brands and everything else. So generally, you could assume the town knows of kind of what you guys did there and what happened. I don't think anyone tried to deceive or keep that information secret at all. So you guys just kind of told them what happened there. And Darren was there. He was interested in helping rescue the missing townspeople. The woodcarver's wife and their children, a daughter and a son. You can use that to convince him to join you. He said he's going to get his equipment together. He's not, he's a retired adventurer, but for the good of the town, he's coming out of retirement, and some good persuasion from Taliesin.
Yes.
Yeah. And let's see. I think Pubert, if you refresh your character sheet, you have inspiration for the chance for telling us what happened last time. And then Jerk's here. So I think that's about it. And we get started. So
all right.
Jerk, this is where you're at. You're leading the way. Simba's following you. What's going on?
I guess we're gonna go talk to my girlfriend, Halia
Thornton.
And she's at the miners' exchange.
Yeah, she's the shopkeep.
She runs it.
Yeah, she runs the miners' exchange.
So I want to swing the door open excitedly and kind of scan the room and see if she's there.
Nope.
You scan the room. She's she's inside. She's organizing the things behind the counter. You see her weighing out some goods. Yeah, and just a set of scales. She sees you come in. She goes, "Oh, little red man, how can I help you today?"
So, remember, last time we met, you said you'd consider a date if we took care of the Red Brands?
She looks at you and says, actually, crap, my page keeps expiring. But she looks at you and says, I asked you to, she gestures towards her neck. She goes, I asked you to take care of Glassstaff and bring me any letters he has. Are you saying that you've finished the job?
We're working on that, but I also have some business. And I show her the diamonds, the gems.
Gemstones.
I say, this is what we found down there underneath the keep. Glassstaff did get away, but we know where he's going. We're gonna find him, and then we'll have our date.
She chuckles. Okay. Well, if you're here to exchange some goods, I could definitely help you with that. I'm
Oh my god.
I'm
Mute yourself and roll 20. There we go.
Thank you. I had to refresh.
It's not that. For some reason, both my headset and my speakers just decided that they were going to start working at the same time.
Oh, that sucks.
Hang on.
Well, real quick. So
there we go.
So she goes, okay. Well, let me see what you've got, and we'll do this exchange. And I really hope you guys can, take care of that problem.
You don't. Is there? Why are you speaking in code? We all know what you're talking about. It's you commissioned us to do this.
You see other people in the miners' exchange that she's weighing out goods, and she kind of just eyes you and is like, I know I asked you. I know what I asked you to take care of. And then kind of extends her hand to accept whatever you're offering.
Okay, well, I show her the stuff.
All right.
And I make sure
There's this
Sparkle Gem is like on my shoulder at this point, making sure
Oh yeah.
Is that what Sparkle Gem's doing?
Yeah, she's right behind you, making sure 1, we're not getting scammed. 2, Jerk isn't trying to buy her love with jewels.
All right. Let's see. Skills that I assign here.
Can I try to sleight of hand one of them into my pocket before I hand them off to her?
She extended her hand. You're just not selling this stuff?
Well, I'm gonna keep one.
She extended her hand.
Mm-hmm.
You've got some. What did you do when she extended her hand?
As I'm pulling the bag out of my my pocket, I kind of like finger one out of the bag and into my pocket. So I've got one.
I mean, so you're just not going to give her one, and what gem are you not going to give her? Like,
which one of these things are you trying to say?
Well, I think it's just going to be random.
Secretly not.
If I don't look.
Like this is just a matter of you just keeping one gem for yourself. Roll a 1d, whatever. Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah, I mean, she's.
All right, well, let's just.
Her job is to trade money for gemstones. That's what the miners exchange does here for metal or things like that. So you can keep the thing if you want to do it in secret. Roll me your sleight of hand. And if you're trying to do it randomly, I would say roll me a d8 to tell me which of these 8 gemstones you've kept for yourself. And yes, I have assigned them numbers.
Oh, all right. Well, it doesn't work anyway, so.
Okay, so you unceremoniously just stick your hand in, grab a gemstone, and put it in your pocket. Everyone sees you do it. Roll me your d8. Right. Okay, you grabbed one of the carnelians.
All right.
So you have a carnelian. I would add that to your inventory on your sheet. And then, so let's see. She is basically going to offer you half of what they're worth. So, because she's reselling here. So she would offer you 50, 15, and 20 gold. 50, 15, and 20 is 50, 20, 70, 15, 85. She's offering you 85 gold for the gemstones that you've got.
I said, let me confer with my my associate here, and I ask Sparkle Butt what she thinks.
Honestly, we're cutting ourselves short with the hassle we had to go through to get them if we accept anything less than 3/4.
All right. Can I haggle with her a little bit?
Yeah. Try and persuade her to go higher.
Yeah. I go, we almost died getting these things. We weren't mining for these. We killed like 13 dudes for these.
Wow.
So maybe a little more.
Totally.
Okay.
If you don't mind, like the blood on my hand.
Yeah, like
all right.
Good move, derogating the profession of mining inside the Miners Guild, man. Good move.
I would say, yeah, she's probably, that wouldn't be like the role play that's going to give it to you instantly. Why don't you give me your die roll, and we'll see if she feels hitty for your risk.
All right, what would that be? That would be persuasion.
D20 with a persuasion.
A D20, give your persuasion modifier.
Shit.
Wow, good move.
So she looks at you and she goes,
Besmirching.
I'll give you 85 gold for the gems. She's like, I'm in the business of resale and I need to resell these things. I also have to pay for the men who transport these to and from this town.
Excuses.
So you could take it or leave it. That's a take it or leave it roll right there.
Okay, well, I confer with Sparkle Gem again.
Take the gems and we come back another day. Maybe when she's a little bit more desperate, she'll pay proper prices.
All right. Well, then I bid her a farewell, and I tell her I'll be back. Count on it.
She goes, I look forward to seeing you. And
Me too. Thank you.
Oh.
all right, so you guys
So
leave?
why do I always just totally blow my rolls with her? Yeah, we leave.
It's pretty girls, man. It's tough.
So what's our plan, Sparkle Gem?
Good question. I lost us the room by calling the old lady a racist.
Okay. Do we still have a little camp set up in the ruins?
I don't think we ever set it up. I think we got there and then got distracted.
Yeah, and then you went running.
All right. Who still likes us? The shopkeeper loves me.
I still like
Does he have a spare room we can crash in?
I mean, you could try there. I might be able to arrange myself somewhere else.
You could go see if you could stay in the stables at the.
That's true.
At the inn, you just go ask
Are you
them
gonna?
to.
Yeah.
Oh, at the inn.
I'll just give you a quick reminder. Like staying at the inn for a night with a meal is like less than a gold. So just.
We have a decent.
I got barred from the inn for calling some old lady a racist.
I didn't like you.
Well, I guess since I failed there, I just go to the inn completely dejected and I take a nap.
Okay. What did I call an inn stay? I'm pretty sure it was like 8 silver.
6 to 8 silver, somewhere around there.
I think it was 8. I'll double check, but we'll mark that off. All right, so you guys you're done. You're resting. You're gonna meet up with Darren and Endermath in the morning, and you're gonna head out. So I mean, it is kind of you went to Tresidor Manor pretty early. You got in a fight outside the townmaster's hall very early, and you went to the manor. Is that right? And then you were there. You thought about staying there, that you didn't. You took off. You saw the bad guys fleeing. You chased them, and you had to walk. You had to go all the way out there as a horse and walk all the way back in town. So then it was the afternoon. So now it was the afternoon. It's the evening. You guys do what you want to do, and then do you just want to roll it forward to the morning, or?
I'm asleep. So
I'm going to stop by the Lion Shield to see if certain supplies came in.
Okay.
I think we have enough bread.
The Lion Shield Coster, they sell weapons.
Yeah, that's the weaponsmith.
Weapon shop.
Didn't they sell me a weapon out of a bread last time?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they had. You brought them back their supplies, and what did you once? They got taken out of a loaf of bread. I don't remember. Was it a dagger or something?
Yes.
I love
better
it.
get that bread.
Okay.
So, how is that gem? How is that gem spelled?
How much?
Carnelian.
It's in the chat.
C-A-R.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, C-A-R-N-E.
How much gold pieces was that going to be?
We talked about it, and I think it's just whatever those costs were on the adventurer sheet.
Okay. Oh, that's expensive. And how many charges does a full one have? We never decided that.
Roll me a d4.
What?
D6. D6 is probably fair because
You do realize these are 25 gold piece a pop.
You want to roll a d6, or I'll give you 4.
My current one still has 5 left on it. How does that make any sense?
Then
it's not the same one. It's a different one.
What's going on?
Shady supplies. Don't worry. I'll just roll a d6. Woo! Okay, sweet.
There you go. See? Take your risk. Take your luck. All right. I'll throw you guys back.
All right.
On the
so I have to
map.
edit that real quick.
The f does this say?
You guys should be back on the Phandalin map here.
Why is all my supplies gotta cost so much?
I don't know, man.
Because you sneaky peoples. Okay. Well. Anyone else doing anything with the remaining hours of the evening before sleep? Talison's asleep. You guys are in? If not, it's the morning. The night has passed uneventfully.
For once.
For once, right? No red brands returned to town or anything like that. No monsters came slurking out of the Tresendar Manor.
So, we didn't find any notes from Glassstaff, did we?
No, we didn't find anything because we never fully explored. Because I got a creepy feeling and said, "Let's get the fuck out of Dodge."
Well, no, we got rid of the creepy feeling.
Well, no, there's information I shared with Godwell and that rest of the party.
Well, I think maybe we should go back and finish ransacking the place.
Yeah, we'll say it's sunrise. So you guys meet up outside. Hubert and Godwald, well-fed, clean clothes, polished armor. Mom even made you a new shirt.
Nice.
I love you, Mama.
Yeah, it's nice. She's a seamstress, so I think that's her role here in town. So it's one of the finer shirts you've worn. Both of you both have the finest shirts she's worn. She wouldn't. I don't think Mama Piebron's gonna play favorites. And so it's the morning. You guys meet out. I'd say the inn and the Pyron home and Barthen's Provisions are right next to the town square. So you meet up there, and
so we're all in the town square.
Daybreak, yeah, and so it's early.
So
I guess, what do you guys think the best course of action is? We are we on a timer for this? What do you think?
Yes, we are.
Well, I would say. So I'm gonna look to the party, and I'm gonna kind of look down at Droop, and I'm gonna say, guys, I'm gonna go see how that goblin is doing that we have in the cells. I want to see if they know each other, and if there's anything they can tell.
Wife and daughter, class staff. Good plan. Let's do it.
Interesting.
I agree.
All right. Well, so you guys travel to the Town Master's Hall, and upon arriving at the Town Master's Hall, you find Sildar Hallwinter, your favorite ex-knight of the still member of. Oh man,
he's still part of the
He's
Lord's
still part
Alliance.
of it. He's still part of the Lord's Alliance. He's just not a knight for them anymore. He's doing this job. But you go to the Town Master's Hall, and you see Sildar there. You do not see Harbin Westminster. And Sildar explains to you that he's spoken with Harbin Westminster, and he has established himself as the constable here in Phandalin.
Oh,
so
fun.
Not only was he was acting in that manner, but he got Harbin to swear him in as the constable.
Nice.
So he is officially the law here in Phandalin.
Dang, nice. Well, I will say, well met, Sildar. How fares things for you this morning?
So you guys have kind of greeted, and he's explained that, and he goes, things are pretty.
Okay,
Things
he's
are,
explained.
yeah. What? But no, here things are well. I heard you adventurers ran the red brands out of town. It's the talk amongst everyone.
We have
a good job. It's like,
thank you.
He would inquire about what happened. He hasn't heard the whole story.
We were able to take out most of them, honestly. Glassstaff did get away with, I think, the 3 remaining, as far as I could count. But I should easily be able to track them. Right now, I have this goblin who seems to be more or less on our side, and I was going to take him down to the other goblin to see if they knew each other, or if I could get any sort of information out of the other one now that I've befriended this one.
Sure, because all goblins know each other. Who's the racist now?
I'm saying,
so Droop says,
yes.
I'm helping. I'm helping. And Sildar kind of reacts to, you see his eyes just kind of go wide, and he's like, all right. Yeah, he maybe makes a comment about how it's not tied up, and that's dangerous. It's dangerous not to.
I understand that, but
Sildar.
he seems to honestly, he's more afraid of us than we are of him. He seems to want to help us more than anything else. He says he knows where to go.
Droop's helping. Droop's going to lead you to the castle.
See, he wants to lead us to the castle.
Sildar kind of, he accepts you guys, and he's gonna kind of like lay off to your judgment here, but he does think it's kind of odd and not really what he would do. But he says, yeah, he's like, I'll let you bring them down there. He's like, but I'm not letting the goblin or the red brand out.
Oh, that's fine with me.
Especially if you have a guide. Now these creatures will need to answer for their crimes.
Creatures,
so
how
you guys leads you down to the
term that he has.
I'm gonna turn to Droop and say, see, you're a good goblin. Bad goblins get punished.
Yes,
how would he take this?
The bad creatures get stuck in bags.
Hey!
It's a valid statement.
He would. Oh my gosh.
I'm not going to see anything here.
And I'm gonna wink at him too.
That's that creepy.
He kind of like the threat of being put into a bag kind of makes him shake and go down. He's like, I'm helping. I'm helping. It's what she's stated several times already.
Yeah, I know you are, buddy. It's fine. I'm just messing with you. So yeah, I'm gonna make my way down to the cells and kind of point to the other goblin and ask, point to the other goblin and the red brand. And I'm going to ask Droop, do you know either of these two?
The red brand kind of runs up to the jail cell and kind of like shakes on the bars, and he's like, hey, he's like, I didn't do anything. You guys, you gotta let me out of here. Like, I don't need to be near this thing, and I didn't do anything to you. You guys came in and started just fucking killing my friends. Like, this is bullshit. Let me the fuck out of here. And he's just upset and shouting.
So
I'm just gonna.
I say really loud. I go, should we let him know that we? Actually...
I don't think any of you guys are with me.
So when did we see this guy? Is this the guy from the bar?
I'm pretty sure none of you guys with us.
Or is this the guy who fought us in the open street?
No, this is the guy that we knocked out but didn't kill when we were rescuing Jerk from the pub.
Yes, and also I'm the only person who said that they went to go do this. No one's with me.
All right, cool.
All right, group.
I went with you.
Sildar went down. You guys are following. And what did you have him say to the the goblin, because now I've forgotten. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I just asked if he knew any of these guys, and then the Red Brand yelled. I'm just gonna kind of laugh, and just kind of like look over to Droop and just kind of like go like this and just be like, don't worry about it, just ignore that, and then just and then ask him if he knows the goblin.
So I mean, like Yamik, the goblin who's in the cell, looks at him and is like squints and just goes, Droop, you little shit. And Droop recognizes the name, he recognizes the face, and he just says, Yamik, it's Yamik. And he looks at you.
So I'm gonna ask him, who is unique among your people? Is he of any importance?
Yamik lives. Yamik's a importance. He's a goblin. He's kind of like doesn't understand your question.
Oh, I couldn't hear you for a second.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
well, so
no.
Drew, I mean, he kind of like stutters it out. He's like, Yamik's a goblin. He's not in charge. And then Yamik kind of goes up and gets up from his thing. It's like, I was going to, in goblin states, I was going to run the eating cave. Which I guess you would understand.
Yeah. But so I'll say back in goblin, sure you were, buddy. Sure you were. And then I guess I'm kind of getting the idea that Yumik probably isn't really all that important. He was just kind of like a lesser goblin who was kind of striving to work his way up the ladder.
Yeah, so it seems like from your experience, and your passive insight. Yeah, he was stationed at the eating cave, and he wanted to kill the other bugbear that I think you guys killed.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna look at Droop and just be like, let's get out of here, and I'm gonna kind of pat Sildar on the shoulder and say, we're gonna try and head out after Glassstaff. I should be able to track him, and this little guy says that he's willing to help lead us to where we think he's probably going, and we also believe that your friend should be there too. So if you have any information, please let me know.
Oh, is she asking Sildar if he knows anything?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he kind of tells you, similar things. He doesn't know anything that you don't already know, so he could repeat it and he could talk about it, but you guys already know everything Sildar knows.
And I'm gonna I hope to see you again soon, my friend. And then I'm gonna head out back into the town square with Droop to meet up with the rest of the people.
All right, and the rest of you guys, you kind of came downstairs, and then because I know you mentioned a couple of you were like, "Yes, I also go downstairs." So,
did they
see this? Yeah, they did, and it was after. But you guys mentioned this. You come down. Is there anything anybody else we're talking about? All right. I could review what Sildar knows and just double check that you guys haven't missed something. Or is this a reminder of the fact that he's, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. He would ask you, he's like, did you find any evidence of Iarno? Yeah, he went to the Tresndar Manor and never came back. Did you find his body? Or...
Oh. Is he asking me this, or did I already leave?
I guess you guys would all be down there. You're at this point. You all collectively, some point said you're coming down. He would have this conversation. You asked if you've seen him. Remember, Iarno was his contact that was supposed to be in Phandalin. The human wizard that he hasn't seen. So he asked if you found any evidence of Iarno.
I don't think we did.
I mean, we didn't even try to go to his house yet, did we, guys? Or did we kind of forget about that?
I'm pretty sure that's who they were probably carting off with them.
So you guys are getting Iarno, his contact, and Herda, the hedge wizard, mixed up right now. Just throwing it out there.
Oh,
You're thinking of two different people.
okay.
So yes, it's like he's inquiring about your time there and what happened in the Tresnadar Manor's cellar. You know, if you found any evidence of Iarno. Did you find any evidence of my friend?
No.
Not
A member
yet.
of the Lord's Alliance should have this symbol on a sharing it with you is like nothing like this.
No, we saw a crazy one-eyed dog that ate corpses. We killed some bugbears and some
Crazy one-eyed dog. What monster is this? Be curious.
I don't know. He talked in our heads. I don't know. He was a jerk.
There's a monster that lives beneath Tresnadar Manor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Red Brands were stationed there.
Well, he liked us because we kept feeding him.
We fed him Red Brands.
What did you feed him? You fed him the bodies of fallen men?
Well, it was either that or us.
It's troubling.
it was all.
The bear is just going to look like embarrassed and kind of sheepishly move back from. Jerk, especially.
It was all like a bit. We had to do what we had to do. We weren't. We were expecting Red Brands and maybe some bugbears. We weren't expecting that thing.
Well,
we did see Glassstaff carting off people. We don't know who they were though.
Glassstaff? Who's this Glassstaff you speak of?
Local bandit lord.
Whoever is leading these Red Brands, him and the remaining 3 fled out of town as we basically killed the rest of them.
And he wielded a staff. Did he wield any magic?
Yes.
He did shoot me with some magic. It was unpleasant.
This is troublesome. If there are 2 wizards missing in Phandalin and another that has just been run out, they might be planning something more than I understand at the moment. And you see him he's trying to puzzle some pieces together about how his missing contact here in Phandalin went missing, and he also hasn't heard from a wizard who lived here beforehand. And he wonders. And he does not think of anything. Because this is trouble. But are you sure you cleared out the cavern and you didn't kill this beast?
The beast, we weren't sure on how to approach the beast.
We are sure we did not clear out the cavern.
We didn't. We checked the cavern. We were thinking about going back, but from our understanding, we believe that there was about 15 to 20 of them, and we killed most of them. So I think that the ones that left were all that remained. Other than that beast, I mean, we could try to go back and fight it. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
Well, so Sildar is concerned for the safety of the town now. Knowing this creature is...
I'm concerned about the safety myself.
Right? Yeah, well, he's concerned with the safety of the townspeople. And so he expresses that. And he's like, all right, well, I've been talking around town, and I think there may be a few people who could help me. I feel obliged that I need to go and make sure there are no Red Brands remaining in the manor, and to do something about this psychic creature you've described. Oh, this is troublesome. I wonder if they're... And he thinks he wants to go around town, and he basically describes it. He wants to go around town, find some men to go down to the manor and clear it out.
I mean, all right. So
I mean, we could offer a trade.
Eh,
You supply us with a cart and rations to aid us to our travels to Craigmont Castle, and we'll go finish clearing out the manor
I
while he
don't.
gathers
we got-
supplies.
he had offered
got-
you money. He had already offered you money for running the Red Brands out of town. So he offers,
Which
he's
we
like,
did
he's like-
do.
he wants to confirm. He basically, in addition to protecting the town,
he wants to
he wants to confirm that they're all gone, and that's how he's going to verify to pay you, is that he sees that no one's there. So he wants to go to the city.
Okay.
That's what Sildar wants to do. So,
We-
Sildar asks, adventurers,
but
will you join me? I'm sure the 6 of us can handle any beast.
Well, we also have this other elf guy that I made friends with at the bar. I'm sure he'd probably go too.
And
Tell us
actually,
it says not plus.
it actually
So-
the 19 roll was to see whether or not Darren had kind of found you guys, because he was out looking for you in the morning. The first ones I rolled low. And he did not find you early. But you hear a knocking upstairs, and somebody answers the door. I'm assuming some of you guys will go upstairs and leave the shouting goblin and Red Brand in the basement. And he comes up there and he hears a lot of he says he hears a lot of commotion, and he's like, good morning, fellow travelers, adventurers.
Hello.
You seem to be busy quite early in the day. So now Darren's with you.
Justice never sleeps, my friend.
Neither does the devil.
Well.
Ooh.
So Sildar would like us to go back to
Darren's with
the
you.
big old house up there on the hill to see if we did our job. Do you want to go with us?
Darren says, if you explain everything to him. Is that what you're saying? Like Sildar wants? Or are you just saying Sildar wants?
Well,
Tell me what's
yeah.
happening.
I'm saying what I just said. I'm trying to role play my character. So I'm telling him he wants us to go do this. Do you want to go with us? By the way, we think we killed all the Red Brands. There is a psychic dog monster thing. It left us alone, but I don't know if we go back. I don't. If we go back, it might, be hungry.
All right. Well, Darren, in hearing that there's a monster in the basement of Tresdar Manor, and then the possible danger to the people in town, he would also want to go.
Yeah, I mean, danger for the people in town. You definitely want to go, right?
Because we totally care about the people.
He's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
So
Seems like a good guy.
So he's if you would like to head back to the manor, we could certainly go. Let's go there before we leave. We can make sure that the area is clear and then gather our supplies for our adventure. I'm sure we'll need a cart and horses with as many of us as there are.
To go to the cave?
No,
to go to the castle.
Oh, okay.
To go track down the other guys.
All right.
All right.
Well, I guess we have a plan then, and we have a party, a fellowship, if you would.
So you guys return to Tresendar Manor. Is that what I'm hearing? Party agrees.
Do we want to go?
Do we want to go through the secret tunnel, or do we want to go through the front door?
That's what I was going to ask.
Well, should we check for traps if we go through the front door?
100%.
I'll leave that to the rogues.
Or just
you guys can do that. I'm just gonna hope that there aren't any.
With how I've been rolling, do you trust me to disarm?
I haven't been. Like I said,
I've been
rolling better.
I trust you with my life, sir.
I'll trust you to disarm it, but who are we going to trust to find them?
Hey, Queen says.
What's up?
Saying hi to chat.
Would it be an investigation to find the traps?
Yes, it would be. So my investigation is a 3. I don't know what yours is.
Mine's a +2.
I'll go ahead and do investigation. I'm finding it.
Mine's +1. So.
Oh my God, Taliesin, you're wrong in roll 20. I just got like you're bombarded.
Yeah, sorry.
Blasted.
I refreshed my screen because all of your guys' cameras went off.
So you guys tell me what you're doing. I'm just gonna hang out here while you figure it out.
Well, I mean, what do you want to just go in the front door? I'm pretty sure they're all gone.
If we're gonna go through the front door,
yeah,
I think it's best to make sure there's no traps.
Well, then one of you guys who's good with traps, figure that out.
What do you think we're trying to do here, Mr. Rude and Patient Pants?
Okay, so
would it be perception or investigation to find the traps?
Yeah, that's our question.
Okay.
Perception would be to notice it, and investigations if you're searching for them. So you could really it would be whatever you're proficient in the most. If you're like, I'm trying to find a trap, you do it, and then it might be different for different people. Like Taliesin might go, oh, the wind is moving different. Like it's moving oddly here. I think it's a crack in this wall, and then notice something, Or you might investigate and be like, oh yeah, rogues usually do this, and then
pressure plates, that type of thing.
My perception is a +3.
So either way, I'll investigate it to see what we could do.
My perception.
If there's any traps.
Tom, can you?
I see my face.
+5. I'll look
16.
I'll look in the door and see if I see anything suspicious. 17 +5.
How is our druid a better rogue than both of us?
Well, his perception is extremely high.
He can see better than us.
I have really high wisdom. So that's 23, 22. I'm bad at math.
So that's a yes. You guys are going to Cragmaw Castle, or no? You're going to Tresnadar Manor.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm all for going into the front door.
Yeah, that's what we were discussing, was going through the front door and looking for traps before we push or enter the doorway at all.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's what those rolls were all about.
Yes, checking to see if we saw anything suspicious, trap-like.
Okay. Well, I was not prepared for you guys to go back to the manor and come in a different door, so bear with me for just a moment. I don't think had you not gone back to the jail cell, you probably wouldn't have seen Sildar, and he probably wouldn't have been like, well, I want to go take care of this monster.
Sure.
I agree. We should take care of any threat to the town.
Tom,
all right,
stop.
So let me. Oh my gosh, I gotta bring my map back up.
I believe in you.
Yeah, no, I got it. It's just take me a second to be organized. I apologize. And you guys are back on here, and this is. This fog is reset. So you're not in here. You guys are coming from an entirely different area.
Yep.
Here. Bear, what are your marching orders?
I mean, between Talos and Jerk and I, we're the ones in front because we're the ones investigating the door.
Yeah.
I would say as far as you guys approaching, Droop doesn't want to go back in this place. He has bad memories of it, so he's not going to go inside.
I want to be as close to the front as I can be. Just kind of, if any non-trap dangers appear.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Number one, as you guys approach the manor itself, you find that the first floor is just deserted. The second floor has completely collapsed, and there's barely an indication of it existing anymore. Plenty of tracks seem to lead to a stone staircase just off what would be the kitchen on the first floor. And as you approach the stairs, these rolls were perception
Yes.
And that's a guidance one. You guys notice no traps or anything leading down. It actually seems like almost painfully obvious that people went in and out through this place. They weren't really hiding it.
Mm-hmm.
The door opens into, oh my gosh, I gotta prep this whole thing. Move.
Never make plans for your party. They will always do whatever you don't
I
want
know.
them to.
I got you guys. We're good. We're good here. You guys notice no traps. You come in. Taliesin are here, and Droop is outside. Donald, Sparkle Gem. Who's over on the left that I missed? I feel like I don't have one of your characters here. Let me reveal this room that you see.
Thank you. Shit.
There you are. You guys can kind of figure out where you would move in and stand in this. That is 4 of you. Who's missing other? Jerk. There he is. Jerk. Now you're over there. As you guys come in here, do you notice nothing like no tripwires, nothing to make you fall down the stairs? This room appears to be like a large storage cellar. Exactly what you would expect if you came underneath, looking at the cellar of a mansion. It's got a kind of a cistern, like a pool of water that's there. It's got clean, cold water in it. It's fresh. If you look in, it's like 10 feet deep. There's like a kind of 2-foot wall. It kind of raises up on this. There's drain pipes from the roof are what are filling it, so it's basically rainwater. Yeah. This is the room you're in. You got barrels and other things. Looks like supplies and provisions. And there's a door to the west. And you see a doorway to the north.
Okay.
Is there anything in the pool? Is there can we see anything if we look down into the water?
Roll me your perception.
You see your reflection?
Seems like a little water. 8. But actually, you would see next to the cistern, there's a rope that was attached to a waterproof satchel that is empty.
Take the satchel so we could put the goblin in it so he doesn't become a gremlin.
It's more like a coin purse size, maybe say the size of a football kind of thing.
I'd assume there was some scrolls or something they wanted to hide.
You gonna check it?
I mean,
it's empty. You see it. You saw it when he went
okay.
When he went looking in there. He looked in the water. And everybody looked around, and if you search,
I'm gonna go.
Okay. Which way do we want to split the party and each go?
I'll just split the party.
I wouldn't say split the party, but that's what I was gonna do. So you're good.
If I look down the doorway to the north, can I see anything interesting?
Yeah. So there's that door to the west. There's your doorway to the north. You guys are heading up north. You're looking up through here, and
we're looking through it.
Look through this doorway, and you see that doorway. It just looks like a hallway that you could enter.
I'll give a quick look to Godwald, kind of like a nod, and I'm going to put myself right about her. Peek around the corner, see if I see anything there.
More hallway.
Are there torches, or is this pretty well lit?
This room here is lit. This here, it is actually there would be several torches up in these rooms, but considering the amount of time they're running, they are about to go out. They have been burning all night, and no one has been replacing them.
Can I roll perception just to see if I hear anything in any other rooms or anything like that?
You mean through the closed doors of some of them?
Yeah, I was gonna say you could go up to the closed door and listen.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Roll me perception.
All right. 24.
You hear nothing? No indication that anything is moving or doing anything inside of there.
I'm going to turn back to the party and say, I don't think that anyone's here, guys.
So the question now,
I'm gonna step in and
yeah, I would say the question is which way do we want to go?
I'm gonna look this way so I can see this room.
All right. You stand in this hallway. You see that it's a hallway with two large, like ornate double doors at the end of it.
Well, I look at Pubert and I say, "Hey, big guy, can you get those doors?"
You sure that's where we're gonna want to go in? Seems a bit obvious, don't you think?
Yeah, we need to make a grand entrance.
I bring out my owl.
I'm just gonna open this door.
Please.
Is that Pubert? Or no, Taliesin?
No, Taliesin. That was Taliesin.
I'm just gonna open this door over here. With
Yeah.
me and Sparkle Gem over here. I don't think that anybody's here.
Well, I
Yeah,
get behind
so
him
we
and
might as well just
I'm
start
gonna
looking.
ready my bow just in case there's something happening.
All right. Pubert, roll me your perception check.
Trap.
Nice.
Nice. I think that's a 13.
All right. As
Oh no, it's 15.
ooh, all right. You just notice as you step on the floor here, the floor gives way. You're just in enough time to step back, and the floor was actually just a false. It did not exist. It falls down to a 20-foot pit. In that 10-foot cube, there is a very narrow ledge. It looks like it would be very difficult to try to like sit across, or you guys can try and figure some way across the pit, but you did not fall in. Taliesin, as you open that door, you notice that it is an empty room, devoid of creatures. There's just two beds. It looks like there are a couple cloaks sitting on the ground. It looks like these are bunks. So it looks like a place where a few people stayed in these bunk beds. They're not done up or anything, and there's no sign of anyone. It looks like maybe somebody left in a hurry. There are more supplies and things, more crates around the room, barrels, boxes.
Okay.
Small barrels.
Am I able to I'll just like
Nope.
double check to just look in through the stuff just to see if there's anything of use.
If you open up some of the crates, you'd notice there's like some salted meats and things. It looks like a little bit older, but this is still edible. So some of the grains and things aren't, those are still looking fine. And the other supplies are gone, but some salted meats. There is a cask of brandy, though, in one of the the small casks. I'm gonna stick with this football size today, I guess. So it would be about right. So
I'll take that.
You notice like popping the cork, you can smell it and you recognize brandy.
Yeah, I'll take the brandy.
All right. Add a custom item, add a cask of brandy. It probably has 8 glasses.
Nice. Equipment. Manage. Custom items.
Probably fits in your backpack too. Yeah. So you guys encountered this trap. You saw the floor kind of give way and fall down to a pit. There wasn't any like spikes or anything at the bottom of it, but it does seem to be about 20 feet down.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to be looking for this kind of thing?
I'm not the best.
He Didn't do a great job at it. But so you guys have a 10-foot pit, 10 feet wide, across roughly on all sides, 20 feet deep in front of you. If you search the other barrels and things while they're kind of thinking about what to do about the pit, you notice more of those kinds of supplies. This is clearly some of the stuff that had been stolen from caravans. Like it's a collection of things. All the barrels are marked with different insignia. Nothing you recognize.
I'm gonna take like, how much would be like a pack of salted meat? Like how many?
Think of them like jerky, right? Like strips of jerky that are
okay. So I'm just gonna take
8 inches
like
long.
Like 20 of those and like shove them in my backpack.
Yeah, there's that many.
All right, cool.
Did you said there was a ledge here somewhere we could get across it on?
Yeah, very very narrow edge. Looks like it would be difficult to try to hold yourself up against the wall. You might have to like toss your backpack across and then
I'm gonna
try to
head
hug
here.
the wall and walk across it. It's gonna take a dex check to stay up.
I'll do that.
Okay. Well,
what was that?
I think CJ dropped.
Oh,
okay.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right, so a dex check.
Yes.
Do I get my
You gotta succeed on a 10. Yep. All right. So you're able to you toss your backpack across. And you're able to hug the wall and quite easily, actually with your modifier, quite easily across the pit. We lost Sparkle Gem though.
Would a rope or something help them?
I don't know. That's why I was coming over there.
Yeah. Oh, one of you is across.
Am I able to look up towards the ceiling to see if there would be anything that I could like throw my rope to snag?
Not there, but it does look like the large door handles you could probably tie a rope to and then push it back across. I mean, one of you should still have some rope.
I have a lot of rope.
I think your rope was tied up around the goblin.
You
used it. Well, you used most of it way back at the camp to tie him up and take him to jail.
I had 80 feet of rope.
Oh yeah, right. You found that second rope from kind of the other one down. All right, yeah, you should still have rope. Well, you guys should have enough rope to do this between the group of you.
Cool. I'm trying to think of how we could easily do this. So
I'm on the other side. You can toss the rope to me. I can tie it.
Yeah, he's on the other side already.
Okay, yeah, but he's still gonna fall through the hole unless we can keep the rope taut. So I'm gonna throw the rope to you. Throw one end of the rope to you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna yell, tie that to the door handle.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to take the other side and I'm going to go around this corner and this corner to try to use the like leverage from these two corners to keep it taut across like diagonally this direction so that Pubear and all of you guys can get across.
I'm kind of wondering if I could long jump this.
It's 10 feet. I think you could.
You could maybe do that. But I'm just saying with the using these as a what's that simple machine called? It wouldn't be like a lever, but if I took the rope,
a winch,
kind of, yeah. Like if I brace it around this corner and this corner, it shouldn't take very much strength for me to hold that taut.
Especially if Pubear could long jump. It'd mainly just be Godbold. I would need help because I'm like 100 pounds. I don't think the rope is going to really.
Yeah.
I could just make the check. If
to the long jump?
No, to do the climbing. If you cast a spell on me.
So, I mean, you guys.
What are you trying to climb?
What, the ledge?
You know what? Never mind.
Are you saying to get across the ledge?
Yeah.
I mean,
what was that, Jared?
Ooh.
I can, sure. I'll cast guidance on Godwald to see if he can make the dex check.
Hubert, you can jump as far as you're asking about jumping. Rules for long jumping. If you move at least 10 feet before the jump, you move standing like tap. You cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet ahead of time. So there is enough room for you, Hubert, to jump 14 feet. And it's a 10-foot distance.
Okay. Is that an athletics check, I think?
Yeah. I mean, not even. It's really just long jump. You just do it, and I guess, yeah, athletics check to see if you're successful, but you're really just on long jumping rules. There's nothing in your way. I don't know what I would check other than your strength score.
Okay.
Yeah, you could just do that by the rules. You just know that you can running jump about 15 feet. You're quite an athletic man. You've ran and jumped many times before in your life.
Okay. Well, hey, I will do that then. I'll get a nice long running jump.
Yeah. I would say
Nice.
Sparkle Gem, if you watch Jerk move across it, you feel like you could probably do it fairly easily as well. It is a check for you, but you so the only people who would look at this and be like, I can't jump this would be Jerk, Sparkle Gem. Everyone else should be able to cover this just barely.
Well, I mean, if they do the rope idea,
it is a 10 foot.
If they do the rope real quick, just to get me across.
I mean,
I could tiptoe across no problem using my acrobatics.
You could probably do a dex check and get across the small ledge, especially because you're very small. So
that's
it won't be
true
as hard
too.
For you.
That's true as well.
Which I think is what Godwald was going to try and do. That's why I gave him guidance so that he has a +4 to that roll.
It's still scary.
I mean, yeah, it's still like you guys exactly 10, and it's a 10-foot pit. I might be like, okay, but like Hubert can jump like 14 feet. That's a long distance you can jump.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising, actually.
That's almost like.
I mean, that lets you clear this. The rest of you
high
probably
school
have to try.
long jump record.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, the other end doesn't really have anything to tie down to. It's just got the sconces. I suppose you could see if a sconce could hold a rope. Tie one, climb down, climb up the other one.
That's why I was saying. That's why I was saying I could wench it around these two corners, and that should
right, like
make it to where I don't really need a whole lot of strength to be able to get them across.
Yeah, or have Hubert do it, and then he can just jump across.
You could have Hubert throw her, and then
have Hubert with his strength.
That's true. We could just play a little game of gnome toss.
You have to toss me.
I would say here with this rope idea. If Hubert holds the rope around, no problem. The rest of you can hand over hand get across the 10-foot pit. Jerk's already just moved across it. Hubert and Taliesin, you guys wondering like, oh, maybe if I can't jump it, I don't want to do this. And then Hubert knows he could clear it, so you guys could just all be on the other side.
Okay. So
you just have a rope kind of hanging down. That would be the case. You don't have anything else like tied it to on the other end.
What's down below?
Stairs and a stone wall.
We can just see down the stairs.
Yeah, it's really just it's a cellar, so there's just walls across it. There's sconces for the lights, and I'd say that's the only thing you would look around and see. Could I tie something to this?
Well, I'm saying like if we look down into the hole, we just see stairs.
Oh, you mean like here?
Yeah, if we look down in this actual hole. No,
no, it's a 10-foot.
It's just
if we look down, it's just what?
It's just a pit.
Another fine
square. Yeah, someone dug a hole out here. If you look down the hole, you see the pieces of fake floor that fell when Hubert almost walked across it.
So, do we need to do the? Are we just going to go ahead and say that we're on the side then, or?
Yes, I'd hope that.
All right. So you guys are on the other side of this pit, and you have 2 large double doors which open not this direction because your rope pulled on them. So you remember that.
Yeah, that's good.
The fact of how cramped it is, I'm just going to chill on Jerk's shoulders, like climb up there now.
He is not a large man, nor is he very strong. So I would say.
That's true.
He's not really particularly tall either, if I remember correctly. How tall is Jerk?
I think I was like 5'6" or something like that.
Yeah, even if that's the case, he's not strong.
That's true. I forgot about that.
You could pull this trick with Hubert, and then everyone else is probably going to do a strength. Well, everybody's going to do a strength check, but Hubert's your one who's probably going to do it okay.
Right.
He'll actually get it.
Made a strength check.
You don't have to be. That's a little cramped on that side, but there's just some doors.
Okay. Open the doors. Check, see if there's any more traps or.
So you check the door. It's. Oh,
I'm gonna like rattle the door and like check it, see if I hear anything that's like could be dangerous on the other side.
With your perception, you hear with your roll from before.
Mm-hmm.
You hear in the distance what sounds like sobbing, almost like a child. That was a pretty high roll.
Yeah.
You think you hear a kid crying somewhere.
So I will kind of like look back to everyone and like tell them to be quiet and be like, I think there's somebody here. There's somebody crying.
You hear it kind of in the distance. You don't think it's in the room next to you, but you do hear this sound. So it sounds echoey.
Sure. I mean, these guys can be kind of loud.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to try again, is what you're saying?
Should we be stealthy?
To hear more than what you hear about a child crying?
I'm
gonna just kick the door open.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to roll higher than a 23 or whatever I rolled.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and like open the door or like try to open the door. Oh yeah, Sildar is just kind of like hanging.
I forgot Sildar's with you guys. He's got the ability to cross this as well.
We're not going to go into how.
No, his strength roll is high enough. I actually think he's probably in the same realm as Hubert.
He's
about jumping it. Yeah, old man. He does his old man run, and he goes charging in. I need a second token, so this is wrong, but this is our Darren Edermath, who's also able to clear this.
Before we open the door, can I bring out my owl?
You summoned it. Yeah, you could. Yeah. You can bring your owl out from the Fae.
You can put it above the pit if you want.
I mean, I think actually that's a little, with 5 of you over there already, that's a little too crowded for them to jump. They're going to jump after.
Okay.
So
understandably.
So you guys are at these doors, and you're just like, all right, guys, what do we do with this door? I don't know. What do you think we should do with the door?
I'm just going to push it open.
What do you think we should do with the door?
I want to open it.
I would say I'm just pushing it open.
Okay. You guys open the door and find a room with 3 caskets.
Oh.
And from the engravings on the door, you now understand that this is probably the family crypt.
I'm gonna look over at Jerk and just give him like a smirk and slowly start making my way towards the farthest back casket.
Before she gets into anything, I'm rolling another perception check because I want to make sure there's no other shit going on here.
I would also like to make a hearing check with my owl.
I got a 19 plus 3, so it's 22.
You now also hear a child crying off in the distance. It seems to be coming from, you can tell it's the direction somewhat to the north of you.
Not as good as that.
You hear something.
So, are we supposed to pick which one of those things?
And
I also tell Sparkle Gem I tell her, I hear someone crying. Let's leave the grave robbing till later.
Let's leave the grave robbing to never. Take my authority face.
I just look at you and I give you a disapproving scowl.
Wait, so what did Sparkle Gem? What did you do?
I was going to start grave robbing, but then Jerk had to go and have a good heart. So,
well, I'm more worried about some kind of ghost or apparition trying to kill us when you defile their tomb. Okay. There is a wizard that lived here, right?
Supposedly. That's what There's no evidence he lived here, just that he was running things around here.
Okay, well, we'll get back to this later.
You guys were actually in his bedroom. So.
Yeah.
It wasn't there.
I would never entered that room, to be fair.
So I'm gonna I'm assuming they probably have jumped across by now.
Yep, that's probably a thing we should do.
I'm gonna walk up here.
And I'm gonna
are these doors closed?
All right, as Taliesin, everyone roll me initiative.
Sweet. Great.
All right.
You guys.
Woohoo!
17.
6.
3.
So what was
13? Mine's +3.
Oh.
That's
okay, where does this start?
Me, I believe.
God, well, that was your owl's perception? Your owl.
My first 2 rolls to the owl's perception. The owl has a racial bonus to get advantage on perception checks. Involve hearing.
Before we get into
my initiative.
So 6, 10, 5, 17, 4.
It is 9 o'clock before combat. Do you want to go?
It's 1. Okay.
Jerk is 13.
All
right. So
before we get into combat, do we want to take our break because it's about time for the kid to go to bed?
Sure.
Yeah, that's probably better. I mean, I'm gonna have to wait on you anyways.
Stupid. Okay, so give me your total rolls with your modifiers because I've switched.
6.
6.
What do I get towards
total?
13.
Oh, +2. So 19.
Taliesin, 19.
Godwell, 7. Owl, 2.
7. 2. That's with modifiers, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Pubert?
3.
3. And
we were not expecting this.
Not very quick on the uptake.
3, 2, and 12.
Is it Ghost Boys?
As Taliesin crosses to the north and passes this area, the
Did you click on all those?
The heads of the caskets open, and inside 3 skeletons appear, moaning.
Skeleton.
Are they
not even moaning, just kind of crackling, making the sounds of the like.
Are they like skeletons from like Daggerfall, or are they like skeletons from Skyrim?
They are just they are entombed bodies that have rotted down to a skeleton, wearing a not tattered but decayed leather armor that was on there, and one of them, and then the others are wearing like decayed fine clothing. So they're you would recognize from seeing the Tresnadar crest around the building that's on these caskets as well, and was on the doors as well. So you'd make the assumption that these were the old family members. So
told you we should have opened the caskets and stabbed the corpses.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, I gotta add.
Now stabbing the corpses is what you were gonna do, huh?
So
none of you knew my intent.
If we get to murder them, then it doesn't really matter for them.
So Taliesin, as the skeletons cast off these crypt, and they're going to stand up, but you're first in the order. What do you do?
Well, are we taking a break or what are we doing?
Oh,
I
right.
mean,
Okay.
Sure.
All right,
Yeah,
so
it's a
we got the
quick
order.
break.
If you guys want to take a quick break, that'd be great because I could add these things over to the spreadsheet, which I totally don't have prepared. So,
sorry guys, it's just skeleton.
It's just a few skeletons.
Donald, there's a skeleton behind you. It's too late. The skeleton's inside you.
Oh my gosh. All right, yeah. So we'll be right back.
All right. How the fuck? I'm not good with Photoshop. I'm much better with GIMP.
That software is called what now?
GIMP? Graphics something manipulation something. I don't remember.
Sure it is.
Yeah, you're right. I do that.
It's just a free Linux clone of Photoshop.
Do have the turn order. I just have it in the exact opposite place that I used to have it. That's
all right. I'll be back in 5.
I don't know how to scale shit in Photoshop. How do I scale things? Transform? Scale. Haha! I figured it out. Oh, no. You got to constrain proportions there, my friend. Thank you.
Yep. Totally unprepared for these skeletons. I have them like on this spreadsheet, but so what I was actually doing is like swapping them from before, and I had like a whole different
I'm gonna get a beer.
thing after them. Oh my gosh. You guys outnumber these things like 1,000,000,000 to 1. But you trounce them quickly. Is that a sigh, Oz? No? No sigh? Okay. I thought I was invisible. That's really slow. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Too many of them in this party. Just make you guys role play and play these guys. He's got so many friends.
Is that necessarily a bad?
No, he just somebody's gotta. Oh man, Darren needs some help.
Oh, my internet's been choppy because there's been outages in the area lately. So I may disconnect randomly.
All right. Oh, huh. All right. That's a funny way of doing that. Why did I think that up? All right, so 2020.
Back.
Jerk's max HP is 21.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Nice.
No, there are ones with the decayed clothing.
Oh, okay.
Who's
got the blunt weapons?
It's like, yeah.
This is going to be interesting.
Doesn't Pubert have like a plus to Skeleman?
That depends on his deity and such.
It doesn't. It's not just like universal for Paladin.
No, not anymore. Not in, at least I'm pretty sure not in 5th. I think you have to be of a specific archetype in order for that to happen.
I mean,
it used to be all paladins, all clerics automatically got bonuses to undead, but
It's not the case, but I think one of you, they may have had access to some spells that can do stuff with the undead.
The spells that does extra damage to undead.
I bet Godwald knows. Godwald, do you have anything that's undead killing? That's what they're really curious about.
Damage might be good against undead.
So I've got another question. Did they come out of the coffins?
They've thrown the covers off of them, and Talison's first in the turn order.
Well, that'll make it easy to loot those coffins after.
Told you we should have opened up the caskets first.
They would have just woken up when we did that.
Yeah.
But they would have been prone because they would have been lying in their coffins, and we could have gotten
Oh,
advantage.
You guys are like so scared to fight stuff sometimes.
I'm okay with it.
I don't like being in close quarters. Okay, I got like
You're
shit.
do.
Close quarters? No, I could be a ranged rogue. Very.
Oh, okay.
I got Jerk to be my meat bag for the past couple of years. What makes you think I'm going to combat? I'm the person.
Taliesin's, you're 20.
Hardest to hit because
Jerk's 21.
He is to.
Here's 20.
And I don't get size. Ooh, size is larger than me for me to get size bonuses.
Okay, Puber's back.
It's if I was classified as like an extra small creature, it'd work, but I'm classified as.
Yep, I see Pubert right there.
Yep, he's ready to go. He's ready to go.
21 as well.
It's too early for me.
What the fuck is that?
It's 24.
Probably whatever he had near the computer.
All right, you guys back?
We're waiting on Pubert, I think, still, because his dog's at the computer, but not him.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. I'm really distracted with the spreadsheet. Man, this spreadsheet's fucking awesome. Oh, it's so good. You guys, I'm really proud of this one.
Yeah, you're cutting out.
Should I refresh? Am I cutting out really bad? Really, really bad? Because I wasn't talking a lot.
Yes.
Close and reopen.
I'm back. I'm just gonna go make some ramen quick, but I can hear everything.
Okay.
How does it sound now?
Way
That's
better.
good.
I
You
just
sound like a ghost
disconnected.
before.
I disconnected from Discord and reconnected. All right. So are we back? He said he could hear everything. I think he's just gonna wait for his turn. We'll just play through him. So Taliesin, skeletons have thrown the lids off their coffins onto the ground in front of you. Actually, Sparkle Gem, you're right next to one. So why don't you roll me your?
Did you take?
Wait, what's your AC?
12.
Away screen.
Okay, you're fine. You step out of the side as he tosses it off. What, Chris?
Did you take down the away screen?
I'm doing it now.
Okay.
Ba-doo.
Just saying.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So, Taliesin.
Yep. I'm gonna be like, mummies. I hate mummies. And then let's see. Undead is weak to
Psychic type Pokemon.
Bludgeoning.
Dark types are weak to punching.
Hang on. Let me see what this exactly does.
What are you trying?
Well, I don't want to do that towards you guys because that will also hit you.
Yes, it would.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
I'm gonna guess you press Thunder Wave.
Yeah, I was thinking about Thunderwave. I will do produce flame, and I'm gonna hurl it at this boy.
All right. What do you roll for that?
Well, I gotta roll a d20 to see if I actually hit him at all.
Okay.
Skadoosh. Sweet. 17.
Yeah, you hit that. You hit that
plus,
skeleton.
I guess that's +5. So yeah, that's way over. And then 4 produce flame. Is 1d8, I guess. Yeah.
In fire.
1d8 fire damage. 3.
Boom. Skeleton 1 takes 3 damage.
Get out of here, Skeleman.
All right. Anything else? Acting?
I don't think that I can really do anything else. So I can't attack. Yeah, so that'll be, I guess, the end of my turn.
All right, Jerk, you're up next.
Dang, what if they just wanted to talk to us?
How bad's this guy look?
Which one?
The one that he attacked.
Is 3 damage a lot of damage?
He looks dead. He looks like he's been dead for a long time.
All right.
What did you attack? What did you attack with, by the way? That was your fire. So okay.
Fireball. Yeah.
All right.
Sure, you can. Punch him.
Tom, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it looks like an animated skeleton. It's be very difficult to.
How animated are we talking here?
Toss the top of its coffin off onto the ground.
Yeah, I mean they're
fully alive dead beings.
Yeah, we gotta
because that makes
probably break them a bunch.
Yeah.
Well, all right, so I'm gonna use vicious mockery on him.
All right, he's gonna make a wisdom saving.
Yep.
What does he have to beat? Because I don't think he does. He got 10.
12.
All right, he fails.
I yell something about his mom.
The animated corpse, having heard some insult about its mother after only recently reanimating, takes how much damage?
1d4.
And it is psychic type.
Psychic damage. So 3 psychic. And he has disadvantage on the next attack roll.
Against you or against all?
Well, that it makes before the end of its next turn.
Against any.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then you're hanging out there?
Who's this?
That's me. Hello.
Get behind the meat shield.
I am not a meat shield.
So you're just moving from there?
Yeah.
Not doing anything?
I mean, are we using Final Fantasy rules? If I throw a healing potion at him, is he going to fall over dead?
Don't do that. Those are expensive.
Even
if it did work, it's not worth. Even if it's not worth beating one skeleton.
Actually, I am going to use my action to throw my ball bearings on the floor right here.
Right there?
Yeah, what? I want to Home Alone the skeleton.
Okay. You're sure about that?
Ball bearings.
All right.
Really?
So it'd be funny to watch a skeleton fall at his ass.
You do realize that will make it so any of your party members who pass through that square will also.
The rules on that?
It creates difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes a difficult terrain the size of the pit.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's that big, no, I didn't read. So I'll just move back here and just hang out.
All right. If you move there, the skeleton is within range of you, so he'll get an attack of opportunity.
I was going to say that, but not.
Unless you use your bonus to disengage.
Is that a thing?
But that's, I can use it to disengage. But
all right. Well, this is why I was like, "What are you doing?" So tell me.
I know. So, go ahead and hit me. Fine.
I mean, he should. He should. You should remember this thing. Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys are gonna deal just fine when Skeleton 3 then gets his turn, and he stands up out of the pit, or out of his coffin, moves over to Sparkle Gem. I'm on the wrong fucking layer. I'm always
God damn it, Sparkle Gem's fucked right
Sparkle
now.
Gem's in the room, and he takes a swipe at you with a short sword that was in the coffin with him. It's got +4 to hit.
Oh, roll less than a 7.
It is a 14. Is that what's
that
your
hits.
AC? 14?
Yes.
All right, and he does a d6 + 2. He does 7 damage.
7? Okay, so we still have our 10 hit points from the meal, right? Or no?
No, it's been more than 24 hours since you guys took a long rest.
Okay, ouch. That's been marked.
7 damage.
It's been marked.
7. All right.
That should be there then on my token. There you go. I fixed those.
And yeah, he's there. That's where he's interested in being. The next person.
Whoa! How did I end up at 14? I had 25 max total.
25 was with your bonus HP.
25 was my base plus my 4 HP. I was at temp. I was at 20.
Don't have temp hit points anymore though.
Right, so I took those away, so I would have been at 25. 25 minus 7 is 17, not 14. My max was 25.
Your max is 21. I just checked all these things for all of you. I went through all of your sheets and got all of your numbers off of them so I could put them on this spreadsheet. That's what I did during the break.
That was weird though, because before I refreshed, it said my max was 25, and then under temp it said 4.
That means you didn't refresh since the last time I put you all through a long rest.
Okay.
Because you guys didn't do the long rest.
I did, but
I did the refresh for you while we were on break. Because you were coming into this fight fresh from a long rest.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next?
It's Godwald.
Hello.
Right, so I have a question about my hit points too, because they should be 23.
You still had your temp hit points on them, probably.
No, I did not.
Listen, guys, I didn't edit your hit points at all. What I did was I clicked long rest on all your character sheets. If you are refreshing them now, you are seeing that impact go through, and I am imagining you still had your temp HP numbers on, because that would explain both of you guys being in a different spot.
All right.
I'm sorry. I should not have done that without telling you. I'm sorry. That's totally frustrating. It's totally frustrating. Okay. It's totally frustrating, and I apologize. But it's Godwald's turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's 3 skeletons. And next time, lead with that. There's a joke from later. Anyway.
Okay.
It's like, why didn't you say that when we entered the room?
Where's the fun in that?
Let's see. And so is anyone besides Sparkle Gem injured?
No.
No, but I am like half dead.
Half?
I got hit for 7. Okay, a third dead, but either way.
Okay.
And I'm stuck between 2.
I'm going to do a pun and toll the dead on the dead that was hit by the fire.
Yes.
All right.
So that's a whiz save.
He needs to make a whiz save. They're not very wise. They're not wise creatures. He gets a 5.
No.
Fails.
That much damage.
He takes 8 damage.
In necrotic damage, which I don't know if that works on undead.
And that's 1. He does not have any resistance to necrotic damage. So you hit him for 8. 8 plus 6.
6. Did you hear that, Taliesin?
So that skeleton dies.
Yeah.
It has been recently risen from the dead, and only to immediately return to a state of being inanimate. And
nice.
Godwald, do you do anything else?
Do I bonus action this? Are we like, okay, so that's how easy things go down. There's several of us.
You guys are going to destroy these things.
It's like maybe turn to Silder, like be like, we got skeletons in here.
All right.
But I don't have any other actions for this turn now.
Sparkle Gem.
Okay, quick question. Does magic spells count as ranged weapons?
Depends on the spell.
It's not a weapon.
Most of them will say ranged spell attack.
It'll be a ranged attack.
That's true.
Attack.
Range / area. Okay.
Yeah, magic's
So-
already magic. Like,
Well, right. But I was trying to figure out if I could apply my sneak attack damage to my magic damage.
There are some spells that you use a weapon attack and add things to it.
Right. But that's why, in
Right.
general, I was just asking that. But it doesn't
let's-
say with the spell I would need to use any type of weapon, so I assume I would not get my sneak attack with it.
Sneak attack reads, once per turn, you can deal an extra 2d6 damage to a creature you hit with an attack with a finesse or ranged weapon, not ranged spell.
Okay, yeah.
If
That's
you
why
had
I would-
you would also need advantage on the attack roll from a distance.
Well, or it being adjacent. This was just a general question of if it could stack in general or not.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage and run this way.
Mhm.
And then I am going
Skeleton,
to make
please.
eye
Layla.
contact with this skeleton and start mumbling words under my breath. And a skeleton hand comes up behind the skeleton and tries to swoop through it, casting chill touch.
Just chill touch. What do we need to do?
I roll a d20 plus 5.
Ooh, nice DC. Oh yeah, look at that. +5.
So
Yeah, you're right.
18.
18. You hit.
So I do a 1d8 damage, and this enemy will have disadvantage against any attack throws coming my way because it's an undead.
All right.
Mhm.
So 4 necrotic damage.
4 necrotic damage.
Ooh, I didn't see that extra line on this before. That's
Oh, and then it also moves 10 feet slower.
that's the other one.
Nice.
I think that's the other spell.
No. Chill touch does 10 feet slower.
That's the frost.
Are you sure, Ifra? Yeah, you're right, because this is, if it's undead, it's disadvantage. My bad. I was thinking for Ifrost.
New caster.
Is this cat?
No, caster getting her spells confused.
It's new level, new spells. You guys are annihilating these things.
Oh, thanks.
You hit that skeleton, and the arm that it's not holding a sword in disconnects from its magically held together body.
Plants versus zombies.
Yes.
Right.
All right, and then let's see. Do you do anything else? You just
You do it
I've
from bonus
used my
action
bonus
already?
action. I've
Already
used
moved?
my attack.
Yeah, you can move around the room.
Yeah.
There's another door.
Otherwise, it's Puber's turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill over here.
All right. Well, after seeing holy shit, focus, Joe. After seeing Sparkle Gem get hit pretty bad, I'm gonna try to basically just come up here and do what I do best. I'm gonna take a swing with my sword at this guy's neck.
Whoosh.
By the way, does anybody want some dogs?
I already have one who's kind of a nuisance.
I've got 3 that are.
The consensus is no.
Yeah.
All right. I don't believe 3 beats the skeleton's AC of 13, so you're unable to connect with your blow. Was there anything? Does anything? I doubt any modifier you have makes that.
Nothing high enough.
Yeah. So then, what now?
Tombus.
Is that it? Moving on.
Hey, that's it for my turn.
All right. Skeleton 1 is dead. Godwald's familiar can move now.
No actions.
No actions. Skeleton 2 spends half of its movement to stand up. Gets out of the crypt and moves towards Godwald, the closest person. Strikes with the short sword. Angry that it's been disturbed from its
I'm gonna use my
supposedly
reaction
eternal
to-
slumber. Does 12 hit?
I'm going to use my reaction to impose a disadvantage on that attack.
Ooh, all right. We got an 8 plus 4, so this time's 7 plus 4. So does 11 hit?
It does not hit me.
Does not hit you. Skeleton has not been a warrior any time recently in its life and is unable to make an attack. All right. It stays there as it just wants to continue attacking. But Sildar takes this opportunity to move into the room past Jerk and attack with the Morning Star that he's been carrying with him since the cave.
Yeah. Morning Star, being Latin for spiky mace.
He gets 12. Just misses. He's able to crunch into the skeleton, but it doesn't seem to damage it. This also provides Darren with an opportunity to move in to the side of your bear and attack with, let's see, he's inside, so he's pulled his short sword. Gets a plus 4. Is that right? No, plus 3 on a 19, so he hits. It takes d6 plus... Stupid weapon. Short sword. 6 plus 1. That's a waste of time. It took me so long. 6 damage to the skeleton next to him. Crunch as he manages to hit the one that you didn't. He's a seasoned adventurer. Skeleton dude. 6.
I think I'm going to let this puppy chew on a wire.
13.
That sounds like a horrible idea for the puppy.
And then next comes Taliesin, back at the top of the order.
Round 2.
Fight.
Okay. So this dude's dead. This boy's had some damage. Or no, wait, this boy has some damage.
Yeah, this one is damaged, and this one is kind of just chilling.
I'm gonna step on forward and be like, hey man, you brought this on yourself. You could have just kept sleeping. And then I'm gonna attack.
No recognition of the skeletons, just demeanor, faceless features.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I can attack with both weapons, right? Yeah.
You just don't get your bonus with the second one, and you're using your bonus action to do it.
Right, that's fine. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna attack with both weapons on this boy.
Okay.
So a D20. Mm-hmm. Scimitar is away. Damn it, a 9. Plus 4.
That hits.
Okay. So 1d6 plus 2, and then 1. Do I not get a plus 2 on the second one then?
You got to roll for the second one.
Oh, that's right.
But this is.
Skadoosh. Oh, fuck you.
Mm.
That's
3. Second hand misses, but with your main hand and your weapon, you're able to hit. And so, what does that do?
So, 1d6 plus 2. Give me that 6. A 5, 7, 8. 7. Wow, I'm good at math. 7. I hit 7.
Nice. As you
stab,
knock the armor that it was wearing off of the skeleton, and it staggers as if that has rocked it to its magical core.
Good.
And Godwald, you're up.
Let's see. The one to my left hasn't been hit yet.
I think they've all been hit at this point. Yep.
Really?
Sildar.
Well, he didn't deal damage.
My elf friend hit him. Hit this one. So he's taking some damage.
Mm-hmm.
We both have.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one standing right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'll just toll the dead, the one that Sildar is fighting. Yes. So
Okay.
that's a whiz save.
Text Skeleton 2 with his Toll of the Dead, Bells
Yeah,
of the
this
Dead
worked pretty
ringing,
well.
calling them back to the land. He makes a 3.
That's low.
So roll
So
damage.
Has Skeleton 2 taken damage this combat?
Yes.
That much damage.
And Skeleton 2, hearing the bells of the dead calling him back to the land of the dead, returns there. Dies. Falling to the pieces. Just all the bones just disconnect and crumble down into a pile into the ground.
Get
Spell
fricked.
disperses. Sparkle Gem. Unless Godwald's moving.
I'll stay out of range of that thing.
Sparkle Gem.
Yep, just go ahead and cast. Dude, I'm derping right now. Chill touch again.
Chill touch. He's got to make a wisdom save?
No, I rolled D20
Oh,
plus
you roll a d20.
5
Okay.
against his AC. 14.
That hits.
3 damage.
Did we pass
Skeleton
me?
3 takes.
I think
Oh,
so.
I did. Sorry, man. Well,
Dang.
Skeleton 3 dies. As Jerk wonders, why didn't I get to go? Sorry. I'm the worst.
So,
All right. All those skeletons are dead. You are out of combat. You have defeated them.
ransack the bodies, the crypts.
You basically understand that there was magic in the room that caused them to rise up after
Gamers rise up.
someone passed a certain point.
What?
That's how you know we live in a society.
All right. All right, you guys are in this room. You're out of combat. What are you doing?
I'm
Any
moving
valuables in the
bodies.
coffins?
Yep, coffins and bodies are free game now.
All right, you guys, give me your investigation checks to search these coffins.
First, I tell
17.
I tell
I'm gonna-
Peter to cover his eyes.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Sparkle Gem.
Oh,
Look at Jerk like he's the dumb one. And I'm going to start putting the corpses back in their spots. These were used against their
1d4
will.
plus 3.
It's true.
So that's 4,
Very
5,
honorable.
6, 7. So I give you all your hit points back.
Yay!
All right, my investigation is a shit.
Your investigation's a shit.
Yeah.
13.
And what was Sparkle Gem?
17.
Godwald, yours high number. What do you?
14.
Okay. In the you're searching separate crypts. As as P Bear's trying to put the bodies back in, you're quickly trying to go through them to make sure there's nothing
As he
in there.
gets tries to push the one in, just shoving it out of his hand, still ransacking with the other one.
And as he's putting the body into the crypt that Sparkle Gem is searching for, she notices that the arm that had fallen off of that one had a signet ring on it. It's platinum ring, and it bears the sign of the Tresnadar Manor that you've been seeing in this crypt and on the doors here.
I'm just going to take that and put it in my pocket for now.
You would assess it to be about 50 gold.
I'd like to roll a
Yeah.
perception check just
Yeah?
to see if I see her do that.
Okay, go for it. Sparkle Gem, are you trying to sleight of hand this? Or
Sure.
you guys kind of walked over and searched these, but what was yours?
Let me check here.
Mine's a 9.
Contest it.
16.
She is able
So
to
I don't see anything.
slyly
Legendary.
see the ring on the arm and just kind of puts the arm back in place to be like, oh, this is very nice of you to do.
You're so kind there, PBR. Here, let me help you out.
It kind of distracted you, if anything. Yeah, but you're in a room. There's 2 more doors in this room. Everything else is empty except for the crypts themselves and the rotted, the rotted
Go lay
leather
down.
and cloth that they're wearing.
I walk up to this door. Do I trigger any more skeletons?
No, the 3 crypts that contained the 3 skeletons are now contained
All right,
3 lifeless skeletons.
I'd like to have the owl listen into this door.
Okay. This is going to be different than the previous roll because we have a whole round of combat and sounds and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
15 plus.
I type in owl.
Okay, it's fine. 15. You hear a sobbing child.
At a +3.
Well, he's listening to that door. I'm just going to open this one.
Okay. You open that door, and let's see, just do reveal. On the other side of the door, you see a short hallway with a door on the right-hand side.
Is anybody else going to do anything?
Okay. I open my door. I attempt to open this door.
You find that it is unlocked, just simply closed, and inside the room you see two jail cells, inside one of which is a young boy who's crying.
What is this?
That is
My name's Tony.
Trash.
As you survey the room, you see a pile of clothing that actually looks like it's belonged to a variety of people. It's bloodied and in a mess. You see that the cells themselves are filthy, and the child has been stripped down to his underwear.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
These are the clothes of a bunch of other people that are piled up here.
Just he may have eaten them. That's a very real possibility.
You're a very real possibility.
I'd like to use detect
Chris.
good and evil.
Chris,
as I watch this.
you just saw Venom.
Okay. So you do detect. What's that?
You guys do
like
realize
it's a spell.
Yeah, it's a spell.
It's a
I
spell.
think. Or is it a class feature?
Well, it's a class feature for me. It's a divine sense, is what it's actually called.
Oh, okay. Divine sense. You detect good and evil.
So you can tell if he's a zombie or a fiend in the same room as you.
Oh, the kid is. You detect good from the child, the innocent young child, sobbing and terrified.
You do realize
he's just staring at you guys crying.
2 women.
Don't.
3 are missing.
Yes, there is someone's son that we're looking for.
I'm gonna pick this lock.
Okay.
That's huge
and
tools.
I actually just found out that I get double my proficiency on my thieves tool.
Because of your new feat?
No, because
your new features?
No, this is since the beginning. I should have.
Yeah, if you're proficient with your thieves tools, you get advantage on all skills.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Oh no, he just has marked expertise.
He sneezed on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it comes with. Okay, so.
I don't know what would my.
You're proficient with them.
What would my
you easily pick this lock.
What would my proficiency bonus be just for the
There should be a box that says proficiency bonus on your sheet.
Yeah. So
in big letters.
It's it's at +2 for you right now. So if you get double it, it would be +4 plus your skill.
It's up at the top where your stats are: strength, dex, constitution, etc. Proficiency +2, walking speed 30.
Yeah, +2.
It only goes up at certain levels.
All right.
Yeah, your proficiency bonus.
For us, it's level 4. I think we get our next bump in that.
5, 9, 13, 17.
And your ability checks work if you have the proficiency dot next to him. You get that bonus.
Someone go in there and ask him who he is.
In common?
Yes, in common.
Nars, where's my mom?
I don't know, Nars. We're gonna get you out of here and try to get you to her. ready for a little walk.
Let's see. Yeah, at this point, when Sildar and Darren, who are concerned about the town people's well-being, Darren comes in and he recognizes Nars, and he says, "It's the woodcarver's son."
He would be.
And he's like, I thought you guys I thought you guys saw them take away the children and the wife. What did you
Who's
see?
saying this? Is it Sildar?
This is Darren. Darren's from Phandalin. He recognizes Nars, and he comes up to Nars and he says, "Nars, everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna get you home. We're gonna find your mom."
Like, I would, if he did that, I would get Sildar's attention and tell him we saw Glass F carrying off an older woman and a younger woman.
It's true. We did see that.
And we were told that a wife, son, and daughter were missing, and this appears to be the son. So that seems to fit. Should we tell the boy?
When you guys talked to everyone and they were talking about the 3 people that were missing, you guys kind of missed over the 2 people. So now you've found the 3rd person who's been down here since they left. If you ask the kid, he's going to tell you that they came and took his mom and sister. And that's who you saw on the horses.
I was paying attention, but we had no clues, so I didn't know.
Yeah, Nars will quickly volunteer up this information for you getting him out of here. He's sobbing and dying. And Darren and Sildar want to.
So we found some plot.
Want to take the kid back to town.
You guys could do that. We'll finish clearing this out.
You want to open that door while we're having this talk?
Yep.
All right. Sparkle Gem, you go to open this door and you notice that it is locked.
All right. Sleight of hand thieves tools.
So you want to step back a few paces first?
Well, you can't really use thieves' tools while stepping back.
She can, because third
I
level
can.
bonus.
I'm proficient with thieves' tools as well.
Wait, you can pick
one
the
of
lock
one
from...
of Sparkle Gem's new class features is that her mage hand is proficient with thieves' tools.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I could do it without, like, if I wanted to, I could cast mage hand to sit here and mess with the door while I'm just chilling right here.
This is mage road.
Well, then roll me that with your proficiency bonus.
All right. Whoo! And that's based off my sleight of hand. So 18.
Yep, you're able to easily pick this lock. It's almost as if they were simple and older locks. As you open this door, inside, you see a storeroom full of, I think, weapons.
Ransack.
Yep, ransack. The rogues
Ransacking.
And we shut the door behind us. We lock it back
and
up.
lock it.
Is there a simple lock on the other side?
Oh yeah, there could be. Let's find out. And if
actually, no. You notice that it's a key lock, and so it's a key lock on both sides. That is
fine,
how this door
will
operates.
sit there and hold the door shut.
From either side. I'd actually determined this beforehand. Thank you for reminding me, Oz. So you close the door. I imagine you're searching the room while they're talking to the small child. In here, you find spears, short swords, long swords, light crossbows, quivers with crossbow bolts. This appears to be the room where the Red Brands were storing up some of the weapons that they had picked up from these caravans. And you get the sense that this is, along with the number of weapons that you've seen already, this is for more people than you've seen. You realize they were probably trying to recruit more people.
All right, well, I snatch up a crossbow and like a dozen bolts.
And I make an Arcana check to see if any of these items are magical.
Yeah, you can certainly try.
I doubt they are, but...
Oh yeah, jerk bolts come in like a satchel of 20.
14.
Okay, then 20 it is.
14? Nothing in here seems to have any kind of magical property.
I open the door back up and I just tell the guys, "Hey, you guys need any weapons?"
Yeah,
Because all I really need is a crossbow. They might be able to use them more than us.
There are 12 spears, there are 6 short swords, 4 long swords, 6 light crossbows, and 8 quivers of 20 crossbow bolts each.
I just snatched 1 light crossbow and 20 bolts.
Take
Do
one.
we
You
have,
take a couple
Yeah, I'm
quivers.
going to do the same.
Okay. I mean, you guys
do
get in
we
here.
have
As you
long
guys
swords
have,
looking at it in mine?
they're regular long swords, so it'd probably be about the same.
I would
Okay,
take
I'll take any.
And
Echo keeps happening.
Sildar and Darren are working about getting the kid across the pit while you guys are going through this room.
I would take a quiver and a spear.
Yep, go ahead. That leaves 11 spears, and the quivers are empty. So you have 8 quivers. Nope, there's plenty of quivers.
I had 1, now I have 2.
Yep. If anyone else wants any other weapons, there are plenty here.
I'm gonna go into the room, and I just want to check to see if any of these weapons are
Special.
significantly better than the 2 scimitars that I've picked up off of goblins.
Or the stuff that we can buy at the shop.
I mean, no, these are all just regular weapons of these things. I think you've seen some of these. You've seen plenty of short swords pass by your day. These are pretty regular. It's been a minute since somebody's thrown a spear at you, I think. And I don't know if you've, in this adventure, anyone's seen a crossbow.
Yeah.
So I think that's about it. It's just a storeroom full of weapons. Like this is where this is their armory.
Sure.
A longsword would deal more damage than the scimitar, but you cannot chew up and fight with it.
I don't have proficiency in that either. I have proficiency in clubs, daggers, darts, javelins, maces, quarterstaffs, scimitars, sickles, slings, and spears.
I think if Sildar had been here, he would have traded you that long his mace back for a longsword. I think a mace does more damage than your scimitar.
He has a morning star, which is different than a mace. I can't.
You're right.
Yeah.
A morning star deals the same as longsword.
Yeah, but a morning star is also
just
classified as an exotic weapon.
He just lost his longsword when he was kidnapped, so that's his weapon of choice.
What I'm confused by is how we get downstairs into the tunnels from here.
I will pick up a longsword. And then I'm gonna bring Sildar and say, I think this is more to your liking, friend, and give it to him.
He accepts. It's like, thank you. As they've gotten Nars across the way here, and he's like, I do prefer a longsword. He takes that from you. He takes that from you, actually. Thankful.
Yeah.
Sure. Why don't we throw all the weapons over the pit?
Into the pit?
Over the pit, and then sell them back in town.
Could do that.
Did either of you guys
all of them.
Who investigated in this room?
I think it was Sparkle.
Sparkle Gem? And you rolled pretty high?
I'm willing to try.
Yeah.
What?
They got like less than a 15.
No, she had a 17 plus.
My one. Or no, plus my perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of 2, so 19.
So let's see how throws out there. As you would have been searching around in this room, and if you would have just literally looked outside and searched, you have noticed that there is a false door here. There's a false wall here. It is a door.
Oh, then I'm going to push that thing open.
Does it go that way? Just come this way.
I was gonna say we do need to figure out how they got
I know you did it in the
downstairs.
room. I know you did it in the room. I was like, oh man, you're right here. I feel like you would be just as investigative as you're stepping out of that room.
Right.
So I would use the same roll, which is why I say you noticed that door there.
Okay, good, because I'm going to push that door open too.
Okay, you push that. You're able to push
Did
that.
You check it for traps?
You're able to push that door open. There was no trap attached to it.
Thank God.
It was just a false door. It was protected based entirely on
illusion magic.
No, just just the construction of it. It was just built
There's
into
people
the.
not
It was built
caring.
into the wall. That no one noticing that it was a piece of the wall.
Then I'm
But with your
gonna.
keen senses, you know what?
Yeah. Go
Um,
ahead and walk in.
This room is
Like, it's
not lit as the rest of them have been. The rest of the
Dark
rooms have had
vision.
people going in them. You're able to see out, and you recognize the entrance to the cavern.
Is this that room that I found before that had nothing in it of interest? Yes, it is. And apparently there was something of interest.
Well, I just remind her there's a corpse-eating psychic demon down here.
Hey, he's fine. He's good. He likes us.
He's
So-
probably all out of corpses.
Grab
at
the
this point.
corpses.
You think he really ate that many corpses?
If I see them disappear through a wall, I would probably probably follow.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Banner Illusion
Sildar
to
and
replace the
Darren
wall.
are Sildar and Darren are moving across here. Bear, what have you been doing? Have you been
I'm following
them?
with them. Honestly, I probably would have been helping with getting Nars across the pit any way I could. And
Okay.
then once he's across the pit and they're taking him safely, I probably would have joined.
All right. And Taliesin, would you have? You
I
want
was like, hey,
to?
this is
You could say you followed the rogues, or if you want to, we can roll to see if you noticed them. I mean, they did call you all in. You all were saying that you were in that room,
Yeah,
picking up his weapons. So
Guys, where'd everybody go?
it's like, hey, I've been in
Kinda
this
follow
crate and
through.
barrel
Yeah.
before.
It's
And I
still
left the room, and as everybody was helping
I
with the
mean-
child, I find this other room going, and suddenly everybody knows where I'm at again.
I mean, isn't every crate and barrel about the same?
well,
is Sildar not coming with us?
you're
Because
not in
I
combat.
thought the
Time's not passing here. Yeah, but no, they're escorting Nars back out this way.
oh, because I thought like the whole point of us going back here was because he wanted to make sure that we like murdered all these dudes.
Do you want to have tried to convince him to come back?
Because this is where we saw the monster.
I'm gonna
Which
yeah.
They seemed concerned about before.
Can I yell across the pit to Sildar if he's still here? Hey, I think Darren has it from here. If you really want to make sure that the townsfolk are safe, come with us, and we can see to the end of this monster.
Okay, he would follow you out because they are both on, and as Darren, concerned with the townsfolk and helping the children of his,
Neighbors.
his neighbors,
The
get
children
back
of
home.
men.
Yeah, escorts
The
him back
children of
home.
the,
So you guys approach this way. Sparkle Gems up front with Jerk behind her. Sparkle Gem. Let's just treat these like marching orders right here. Sparkle Gem, Jerk, Godwald, Taliesin, and Bear, then and Solar. So Sparkle Gem, you're walking forward. You're coming up to the pit. It's dark, but you're able to see. Oh, how close are you from the guy? As you come up to the building and you're able to see your 60-ish feet into this room. Whoop. Something like that.
So I immediately recognize this as the area we've already been.
Yeah.
Yep, you've been here. You've seen this. You've seen this room. 60-ish feet.
Those bodies look familiar.
Right. You see a couple of them dragged to the edge, and you hear a familiar, creepy fucking whisper in your head. Greet you and say, "Thank you for all of the food. I'll eat for years."
As long as it knows what years means, that's
so
slightly
helpful.
reassuring, if not unnerving.
As
Have
he's
you-
talking,
Have you
I'm
brought me more?
I have not brought you more, but perhaps as a reward, you could give us information from someone and pop an image of Gladstaff right into my head.
I'll talk for more food. And you notice it. Oh, where'd it go? Stupid stacking multiple billions of things. And you notice it climb out of the pit and into view.
Look how happy it looks.
Staring at you
Right?
with its giant green eye.
Doggo, I would just
See,
want to
hanging from its teeth are like shreds of red ribbon, like pieces of cloth. Or he's been devouring bodies of the red brands.
Good.
Has he devoured all the bodies throughout this entire thing, or?
No, he said he'd eat for years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna come up here, and I'm gonna take a long shot and just say, "Listen, we don't have any more food for you right now, but you said you could eat for years on what we gave you. If that's true, if you leave town with us, then I can guarantee you more food."
You kind of now speaking to all of the minds near him that he's touched before, whispering to you, he goes, "Yes, I can eat for years thanks to the magic in this pit. It makes things decay so slowly. I'm staying in this pit. This is where I've lived for 100 years.
Okay.
Can anyone like feel
Can-
magic out or anything like that? Like detect magic?
Can we? Yeah. Can I do like an Arcana check or something?
I could use identify to tell me exactly what properties of these pit exist that causes everything to decay. So, like,
what's the range on that?
What identify? I have to be.
Touch.
Yeah, it's touch. So all I have to do is go over and touch the side of the pit.
You trying to do that though? Can I do an Arcana check just to see if I can figure out like what would possibly be caused? Actually, no. Let's see. What would be smarter to do? Yeah, I'm good at. No, dude, we can kill this thing.
It would be.
I'm weirded out here.
But I want to keep it. It's such a cute doggo.
It doesn't want to stay with us. I offered.
Very weirded out here.
Look, we're good. We've got 3 people who can heal, plus another NPC who's pretty much a tank. We've got basically 2 tanks right now.
Yeah, we're more than good to fight it. If
we got the rogues up front, though.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you wanna?
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, that's fine. As a matter of fact, me and we're just
he
gonna go.
climbs back down into the pit.
Yeah, I don't think that he wants to attack us anyways because we've been really friendly to it.
Yeah, I think we're okay. I don't think it's going to go wander into town and kill anybody either.
I don't know that. I'm going to ask that.
While they're talking, I'm going to ask what Sildar wants us to do with this creature.
Go
ahead.
He doesn't.
Sildar, I think, wants us.
Sildar, he's like, I don't recognize the creature, but I can't tell if it's. Does anyone know? Does anyone know magic to tell us whether it's evil?
So can we do an Arcana check?
I don't think you can't Arcana check this. You can't.
Yeah,
be like,
you can't.
You'd be like, yeah, you understand. You might understand that there's magic happening.
Chimera's thing is once per short rest.
That would be about it with an Arcana check, because you understand that there's magic happening there. You wouldn't understand any of it without a spell to identify.
Oh wait,
I can do an insight check. I mean,
sure. No, a detect magic spell. The detect magic spell would be your way to figure out what specific magic is in here. You could always talk to him too. It's not like he's
right. Well, does anybody have a detect magic spell that we could use on this guy?
Yeah, but I just have identify.
Closest I got is divine sense.
Yeah.
You can detect good and evil, can't you?
Yeah, that's what that is.
Technically.
Yeah, well then do that.
That's what I will do.
You gotta be in the room.
All right. So
I'll go ahead and march forward, I guess. Excuse me.
Right. So Hubert comes in. Looks down to the pit and is trying to detect it. You don't detect. You would detect a faint. Well, I mean, the aura would be a little evil. Necromantic.
Only a little evil. Not fully.
A necromantic aura is coming from the pit. He's kind of like in your head about your secrets, so he realizes you're trying to figure out what it is, and maybe just whispers, the necromantic energy keeps the meat fresh for a long time. That's how he's eating things down there. And he just is like, you've given me so much. I don't want to owe you anything. I want more food. I owe you so much. Someone roll me. What's gonna be? Like, he crawls out of the pit again. This time carrying a sword with him. And he brings it up and he says, "This is yours." And he gets to the person who just casted magic. Prepare. He goes,
Yeah.
He goes, "Leave me be." And he crawls back to the pit, leaving a sword at your feet.
Ooh. I'm not going to touch that thing.
I'll run up and grab it.
Okay. So I'm guessing because Sildar is part of the Lord's Alliance, right? And he pretty much outranks me, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he'd tell you what to do, but he really wants to know if it's evil or not. He's not into just killing the thing because it exists.
Ah, okay.
I mean,
so I will relay that to Sildar.
Right? He just kind of wants to know. I think he would, depending on if it's like, I don't know. I can't. I don't think it's evil. It just seems you're hungry.
I'm gonna ask it. If we leave you here, will you stay here in this cave and never leave?
And he just says, "I can eat here for years." Just kind of reiterating that.
So I'm gonna turn back to them and be like, I don't think he's gonna leave.
Me and Sparkle Gem are fighting for that sword right now.
When Sparkle Gem ran up, okay.
If you're honestly worried about the townsfolk, this thing's been here for at least 100 years, as it said. I don't think it's gonna go out to the town to kill anything.
Do you trust it? And you want to tell him? You want to roll me insight?
Yeah, I mean, I trust
it. I mean,
I trust it because I gave it shit and it left us alone like it said it would. Like,
and it's given us the sword now.
So I guess what, an insight check? Fuck. Well, that plus 5.
I mean, yeah. So you trusted him anyways. You're saying so. You trust him, and you're trying to imply to Sildar I trust him as well. Sildar thinks. Like, I don't think that we need to fight here and risk our lives until I at least know what the creature is and perhaps what it can do. So we'll leave it here for now. I'll inform the townspeople not to approach the town, and when the Lord's Alliance sends us more representatives, hopefully another wizard, if they don't keep disappearing, then perhaps we'll come back and take care of it then. Doesn't seem like an immediate threat.
I would
Sparkle
say so.
Gem, after having run up and touched the sword, I'm assuming you have Identify, right? You talked about
that.
I'm
casting Identify on it.
Sparkle Gem recognizes the sword through her magical means as actually, this would be a little bit historical information. Almost speaks to you as you pick up the blade. The hilt, two spread wings with the head of a bird of prey at the bottom. Inscribed in the handle is the name Talon. And you recognize that this sword is much finer than any sword you've seen. And you recognize the insignia of Tresnadar Manor on the hilt as well.
That matches the ring?
Mm-hmm. Matches the ring that she's picked up.
Okay, but there's no magical properties of this sword, nothing like that. Like,
it's greater. It's a +1 longsword.
Okay.
With it almost speaks of the history of this legendary sword, Talon. But if someone does a history check, you could probably someone might recognize Talon with the name inscribed on it.
I have +1 to history, but
I do too.
Go for it, guys.
I don't even need to roll. I don't even need to roll.
Nice. Pubert, being from Phandalin, remembers the story of this sword as coming from the family Tresnadar Manor, and that a great knight known as the Black Hawk carried it, and you recognize that that's the bird of prey on the hilt. This is a hawk. That black that this knight died actually fighting off orcs that had attacked through the hidden caverns below the manor, and this sword has been lost for generations.
So here's how this is going to play through as Pubert is describing exactly what Jared said. You're going to notice that Pubert starts off in his strong, like, why, that's the mighty sword Talon that belonged to this knight. But you'll notice that he starts going into his super awkward face because he's excited. He's like a comic book nerd describing the latest adventure of Superman as his face just sort of melts into a super awkward form for a moment. And eventually ending with the, like, and he belongs to the sword of Taliesin.
Me?
The Black Hawk.
And then after realizing it, he just kind of walks up.
Stutters out something about Sir Aldith, who died fighting these orcs. It's awesome.
I kind of.
You said it was a great sword or a long sword +1?
It's a +1 longsword.
Okay.
And the Nothic creatures offered to you to take this and leave him.
I point out all the bodies in the pit to what's his name?
Yeah, you guys can enter this room. The Nothic is not going to attack you. You're on good terms. He wants you to leave and
Dude, he's my
and
dude.
leave him to eat.
Yeah, so I tell him those are all the bodies of the red brands we killed. So
roll me your perception along with I'm gonna roll Sildar's.
Is this where his friend is? Because that's really sad if it is.
Sildar, looking
down.
No,
this is not where his friend is.
Sildar, looking down the pit, recognizes some. Well, let's see, he got a 12 plus his perception is low. +1. You got a 13. He recognizes there are some townspeople down there. Or at least one. There's one townsperson, standard, not townsperson, but standard, like, commoner's clothing that's not red band wearing a cloak. One body. And he starts to, like, this creature is dangerous. But I think we should leave.
Feed it the goblins.
Yeah, I tell him there's no proof that the red brands didn't
should
kill people.
I
Feed them so that the creature, like.
Yeah, he's just commenting that it's dangerous. It's a creature that's just surrounded by dead bodies and is happy about it. So,
You want it, Pete?
It's a pretty normal reaction to seeing this thing.
You eat dead cows and you're happy about it.
The druid. You monsters. Yeah, but you guys can exit without him and stuff. Unless anyone's checking out the room anymore or doing whatever.
I would say we've done what we need to do. Well, no, actually. I'm gonna turn to Jerk and say, notes, letters. That one lady you like said something about letters.
That's right, she did.
Let's say 10.
So I think if there's letters, there's probably going to be in his study or in his room, which are this way, and then I run as fast as I can.
And I guess I'll chase after him.
I was going to look at Sparkle Jim and say, please tell me you're not going to sell that sword.
The sword will stay in my possession for the time being until I find a better purpose for it.
I think they should give it to the paladin.
I think a museum is a better purpose for that sword.
It belongs in a museum.
That's amazing, you guys. All right, we're just gonna.
So on a 10, I would
open up the rest of this.
I'm a chaotic, beautiful character.
I ended up in the right place.
Because on a 10, I would bring up to Sildar that we discovered a mage's court down here last time?
As Jerk searches the chambers of the wizard, he noticed on the desk the papers that you guys had seen before. He does discover a letter.
Is it a J?
On the letter, it says, Lord.
It
It reads, Lord Albrecht, my spies in Neverwinter tell me that strangers are due to arrive in Phandalin. They could be working for the dwarves. Capture them if you can. Kill them if you must. But don't allow them to upset our plans. See that any dwarven maps in their possession are delivered to me with haste. I'm counting on you, Iarno. Don't disappoint me. And then signed at the bottom is the stamp of a spider.
Well, isn't that a good thing we didn't have a map then? We just had a drawing on a cart.
So wait, if that letter is correct, then Iarno,
who's Albrecht though?
I posted it in the chat there. I'll try and get an image of it on the screen here. That's the letter you find in his chambers.
Wait, where did you post it at? Games. You posted it in the wrong one, maybe?
I posted it in the roll 20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm looking at
game stuff goes in roll 20.
How dare you?
And you said it was signed by.
It was signed with the stamp of
Black
a spider.
With a spider.
I wonder if this works.
So, does anyone? I mean, Sildar's with you.
I think am I still upstairs?
He was looking at these bodies. He's ready to go. He's hanging out.
I found the standard Unicode for a spider insignia.
I mean, I'm going to glance over both or the wizard's chamber again for any arcane magical items that may have been overlooked.
I'm gonna head back outside to go see if Droop is still there and okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna help Sparkle.
I think you guys are fine.
And comb through the lab and see if we find anything of interest.
Okay, in the lab, you guys have already searched this before, so you see the same things. You see the apparatus.
Searched it.
Yeah, Godwall did.
Hello.
Godwall looked through this room. There are some books on the shelves. I don't think you guys really. That was kind of like mid-combat. You looked, but as you looked, there kind of seemed to be basic text of alchemy. You guys have plenty of time, so I'll just describe this to you. Since Sparkle Gem is proficient in Arcana, she can see that Glassstaff's apparatus, or Iarno's apparatuses, appear to be set up to brew potions of invisibility.
That much I learned before. I didn't give it much thought until now.
Yeah.
Iarno is one of the wizards we were looking for, correct?
Correct, and he's addressed here to be in cahoots with Gladstaff, or possibly even the actual name of Gladstaff.
Or we could have just lived here.
Happy Staff.
Happy Staff. Yeah, he's Happy Staff.
Or he could have just been living here and then
got fucked.
The door was locked when we got here, so.
Why would he get warned about adventurers coming to Phandalin? If he was not in cahoots against us.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Well, okay. Yeah. Let me reread this, because if I'm not mistaken, it was to Lord Albrecht, which I don't remember. What's his name's? Yarner's second name.
If you all have moved into this room, then obviously Sildar would have followed with you. If you share this letter with him and he sees it, that's all I need you to tell him. Do you do that, or are you guys keeping it from him, or?
No, we do.
We'll show him the letter, but not hand it to him.
Yes, so yes.
Okay.
I show it to him, I'm gonna put it back in my pocket.
He's flabbergasted. He's just like, so Iarno came to Phandalin. He was supposed to rendezvous with Herda, and instead he became Glassstaff, and he set up the Red Brands. And you can tell that this is This is weighing on him heavily as he's almost in shock. Yeah, this means a member of the Lord's Alliance has been corrupted by this black spider person. I can't believe that he would turn against them of his own free will.
It may not be of his own free will.
Who else knows the genre?
But then what happened to Herda? And
well, we are left with one lead.
This only means that we need to hurry up and figure out where the lost mine is before they do. He's kind of just staring and thinking.
I'm not with you guys. So.
I'm gonna look at Jerk and put the letter in mind.
You owe us money. Cough, cough.
No.
Well, he does all of.
A little,
girlfriend
just kind of amazed, just kind of amazed that in the fate of the town of Phandalin and perhaps the Sword Coast is at stake, and you're coughing at him for money. He's just really does not like you anymore.
Like, hey, I didn't say we weren't going to help you. I just said you owe us money.
You owe us.
He's insulted. That's.
Be insulted all you want. You're the one who hired us.
What good's the money gonna do if we all fucking die?
No, I tell him, like, you know what, take a good look at
for yourself. If we're all dead, dude.
Do you see how effective we've been? It's worth a couple of bucks.
Okay. As Sima keeps searching throughout the room, she also, let's see, she notices ornate tome written in Dwarvish.
Which I can read because Gnomish and Dwarvish are the same written language.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Written Gnomish and Dwarvish are the same.
One of you knows Dwarvish anyways, don't you?
Little closure thing.
Do none of you know Dwarvish? Oh, no. Sildar knows Dwarvish.
Still, if you go under D&D Beyond and go under the Gnome page.
No, he doesn't. He has common, giant, goblin.
We use Dwarvish in our written language.
I thought that was just the alphabet.
I can read anything given 10 minutes.
We use the same. Let me see it.
Let
me pull it up right here.
Oz has that his ability. You can collectively read this book because of his, it's know languages, understand languages.
Languages. We can speak, read, and write Common and Gnomish. The Gnomish language, which uses the Dwarvish script, is renowned for its technical. Yeah.
I understand any written language that I am holding.
It's not the same language. So yeah, so you'd be using the alphabet. But either way, you can read this book. Between the group of you. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm like. I got distracted on. This is, in this Dwarven Tome, it's the journal of an adventurer, surprisingly so ornate for the journal of an adventurer. Describes the history of the Lost Mine of Phandelver, which you guys kind of know, but specifically goes into a bit about the Forge of Spells and how at the Forge of Spells they're able to almost mass produce magical items because of the magic within the mine. And there's also a record of a magical mace that was lost in the mines, known as Lightbringer. So you read the legend of that mace in there as well. The priests who had it, the god who it belonged to, and it was a prize of the gnomes and dwarves of the Phandelver's Pact. It's lost from history, so there is a.
I want that mace.
I mean,
but I'm not with you guys right now.
So just I feel like this is
yes.
Like, you know, when they have the intro to the movie, I feel like that's what we just went through. Like, this is the actual clinch point.
Yeah, you guys just kind of really found the adventure that's happening.
I'm gonna keep this journal and start using it as my own daily log, like a continuation.
Nice.
In Gnomish.
I love that.
Yes, in Gnomish. So suddenly it's starts in Dwarvish and then switches to Gnome.
That's great. You find it contains times 10. 30 blank pages.
It has 30 blank pages?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can record in this for a while. So, it's the Journal of Erman. And you know a bit more about the mine. A little bit more than you knew before. The legend of this item. How it was commissioned by the priests of Lathander, the god of dawn. And the mages of the mages working with the gnomes and dwarves in the mine.
Sorry, the god of what? I'm sure I misheard you.
Dawn, like as the sun
Okay,
rises.
that's not what I heard.
Yeah, the god of dawn.
I heard dong too.
Yeah, it's the god of
I
dong.
don't want to say it out loud.
That's why
That's a fertility god. Deal with it.
This mace is that magical. It's the god of dawn.
It prints
It's
all
ridiculous. Okay.
It reminds you of a porn star.
Yeah.
I mean, with a name like Gladstaff, what else is he going to be?
Gladstaff.
Glass.
I get it. Okay. But yeah, that's what you guys find here outside of the various supplies. You could search around, do anything you could ever possibly have done there.
Can I find any components nearby to possibly make a potion of invisibility based upon the setup, or no?
And the recipe book that I found last time.
I mean, I don't know about that recipe book, so if you pull that out,
I can pull it out off the shelf.
The notes.
Why don't you take that with us?
The notes and everything there are out on.
We were in combat. I was a little busy.
You see all of the materials there, and you realize it would probably take you another. It would take you another day or two to brew the materials and put it all together. But you do see that everything is here, and it would be possible.
We can come back later if we really need
I would say, do we want to come back and keep this in
take
mind? Or do we want to take the components with us and then come back for the lab if ever needed?
And the other things?
You would need the alchemy table and
well, that's what I mean. Leave the table.
Tools, but you could take
the book, take the components,
take the table,
and then we can always come back if we need this. Because it's not like this town is going to go anywhere anytime relatively soon.
You don't know that.
I said relatively soon.
Take the table, put it in Mama Piper Bottom's home, be like, you're an alchemist now, Mom.
Yeah.
We could put it on the cart and just have a rolling alchemy lab.
Yeah, dude.
Your mama need a new hobby?
Hey, look what I got you, Mom.
All right, so yeah, that's it. It's a space.
Just say it's a coffee table. She won't know.
There's nothing that you don't know about in this place.
I
think you even.
Yeah, I already left, so.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna look at Jerk and be like, "Let's go pay your little girlfriend a visit."
Yay!
And off we go. Whee! I'm out.
I go directly to the miners' exchange with the note right in my hand. Just
with the what? Oh, with the note in your hand?
Yeah, just giddy.
And I'm just gonna chase after him.
All right, let's see. I'll move you guys back to Phandalin here. I'm not gonna. Do you want me to throw you back on the other map?
No, we could just say we're there.
Okay, you're there. Holly Thornton is there. You come in the room. It's still early. It's still very early. You find her probably working out back. She is moving some materials in that somebody else has dropped off that morning.
Is she alone?
Yes.
Sweet.
I go up to her and I just can't.
Who's with them? Did anybody come out?
I'm with them, and I'm going to guard the door while they speak.
I whisper at her, but like, hey, did that? I got that thing you wanted, and then I show her the note.
She
gestures
her head towards a crate that still needs to be moved inside. She's like, "Come on inside."
All right, so
she looks at what Simma's there.
Yep.
Anyone else?
Nope.
With Simma there,
I don't think so.
She's like, all right, let's go. Come on.
All right.
Both
of us go.
Come inside. As you both go inside, she snatches the letter out of your outstretched hand. She rolls it open. Shreezy and Lord Albrecht, my spies. All right, this looks genuine.
Wait, isn't she Dwarven herself? No. No. I'm thinking of the innkeeper from.
You're thinking of the bartender.
Yeah, Sleeping Giant.
Yeah. Holly is human.
Okay.
Right, well, I'm gonna just stress
Messy
out,
auburn hair, soft gray eyes, and a cute nose.
The woman of
I'm gonna tell her, I'm
dreams.
like, listen, all right, we both know I'm really into you, but I'm gonna put that aside. Right now, I need to know what you can tell us about this because we seem to be getting into deeper and deeper shit, and I just want to be prepared for what's coming. Anything you know that could help us put an end to what's going on in this town would be appreciated.
She rolls up the letter and stuffs it into her map scroll pouch. You notice fancier than the one that she had given you or sold you before when the map.
I do
She
the
tucks it
pay
in.
me cough
She
again.
tucks it. She tucks it in what?
I do the pay me cough again. Honey.
Let's see. She goes, but Glassstaff's alive. And she looks at you.
You never said
I
anything
say,
about
yeah,
killing him.
you know?
You told us to get evidence that ties him to the goblins, so pay up.
Well, she goes, half a job, half the money, and she tosses you a coin purse.
Half a job? You never mentioned.
Yes, she did. Don't
She
start.
did.
She did. Don't. If you start, this is where it'll go. She
Alright.
tosses you the bag
Let's see.
with 50 gold in it and says, half a job, half it is. She goes, you take out Glassstaff, I'll give you the other 50 gold.
Now,
I really
you're calling
appreciate
them glad
this.
staff.
Yeah, I know. Thanks a lot.
You're
And so,
welcome.
and so she goes, but you said you wanted her to know like what's going on. So she reads
Yeah,
the letter.
yeah.
She's basically like, well, I mean, from what I could tell, it looks like this Glassstaff knew you were coming. So he must have seen you before you ever got to Phandalin. Where did you come from before you were here?
I was taking a nap.
Do you want to roll and see if Jerk remembers what city he was in before he left here?
I know we were in
you.
Neverwinter. We were in Neverwinter.
Okay, yeah. Oh, Neverwinter. All right.
You mean the biggest city
makes
with all
sense.
the different peoples?
That makes sense. He could have had spies there that were watching the dwarf. And you see her kind of like put her hand up to her mouth and thinking about it. If they knew you were coming and seen you prepared, they really want this mine. She looks at Jerk, smiles at him. She's like, I thought you wanted this mine in order to give me. Smiles at you.
I'm just gonna smack him on the back of the head and be like, "Don't get any ideas."
And she tries to persuade Jerk. She's like, if you find out where this mine is, like, I'll give you 1,000 gold for the map.
I want that in
needs
written
to be
contract.
a map. In case I need to be clear, I'll give you 1,000 gold for a map to the Wave Echo Cave.
Oh. Well, we'll see what we can do. I'm actually more
All right.
concerned about the town right now.
It's like, well, it doesn't sound like they're too worried about the town, but they didn't want you to stop them from finding the cave. I think that's pretty clear from this letter.
All right. Well, we know the cave is extremely valuable now. So
And we know it was the Black Spider. I wonder what else I can find out about him.
Well,
I'm just gonna think to herself while you're here.
I just ask her, I'm like, keep me appraised if you find anything out that will help us to do what you want. Let us know.
She goes, I'll tell you what. 50 gold for the head of Glassstaff, but
What goblins?
200 gold for the head of the Black Spider, whomever they may be.
All right. Do you need the actual head? Should I take a picture?
Wait, how much did she offer for the head of the Black Spider?
4 times as much.
Yeah. 200 gold for the head of the Black Spider, whomever they may be. She goes, well, you'll just need to bring me proof
I like teeth. I'll bring you some teeth.
We're not into dismemberment. Sorry.
Am I with them right now?
No.
No.
I asked. Nobody said they came with these two.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I'm not real good at ending conversations, so we'll see you later. Bye, and I walk out. We got all the information.
All right, and she rolled a 16.
Gotta go. Bye, guys. Thanks. Bye.
4. Oh, bye, man.
Later.
She rolled a 16
See you
plus
later.
mod on that to try to convince you to do this.